Today's episode of the Giant Bombcast is brought to you in part by Squarespace. Do you have big plans for the new year? Why don't you turn those big plans into a unique website? That's right, with Squarespace, you can showcase your work, blog, content. You can sell products and services of all kinds. All kinds. With just a few clicks. Customize everything from the look and feel to settings and products. Use their beautiful templates. They've been created by world-class designers. Nothing for you to install, patch, or upgrade ever. You can head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use the offer code BOMBCAST to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hey, it is Tuesday, December the 5th, 2017. I'm so happy to get all you shiny, happy people into the same room to talk about video games together. It's been so long.
Yeah, welcome to our podcast studio. I don't know if any of you have been in here before.
No.
Never.
Weird. Not once.
How did you find a mold of my butt for the seat? It's amazing. It fits right in there. It's like I've been
I
sitting
went
in
from memory. Yeah.
It feels it's been ages since we all got together in here and talked about some games.
It's like I've been sitting in the seat for 60 hours.
but I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was a long time ago. Boy.
Oh boy.
Saints Row was a great game.
Which one?
3 and 4.
I've been playing Skyrim.
Yeah, I'd say Skyrim's better.
Skyrim is a very good game.
I don't know.
I started playing Skyrim.
On Switch?
Yeah, I played it on Twitch.
Switch.
Good.
Oh, Switch. Oh, no, not on Switch. I'm playing a version that looks good.
Twitch play Skyrim would be pretty good.
Ooh.
Have you played that
looks
Mass
pretty
Effect DLC?
Which one?
Shadow Broker.
Oh, I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Layer up.
Yeah.
Huh. I felt like I was done with that game. I don't know.
I got this tune from Tropical Freeze stuck in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
This is just go.
Yeah, like all the music in Tropical
God
Freeze.
damn it.
It's like a sound an ass would make.
After drinking a Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's not nice to say about Grant.
In case it's not clear, we are deep into Game of the Year discussions
Yeah.
at this point.
We're done, right?
We're almost done. We're pretty close. I think we
finished.
It's all downhill from here.
We capped off day 4 yesterday.
Yeah.
Capped it off.
A nice, long, sweaty day in this studio.
Oh, it was hot in here.
It was probably the sweatiest.
Yeah.
It was good and musky, too.
Yeah.
This room was duded,
Yep.
for sure.
It was like a poopy zebra in here.
There's no in that image. There's no poop.
Well, there are
No,
stink
that's,
parts.
I
It
didn't
looks
say
like...
poop. I said poopy.
Yeah.
I think that implies poop.
No, well-
the butt is clean. There are stink
I don't think the butt
lines.
is clean.
Yeah.
The butt is not clean.
No.
The butt has poop.
I mean, it's
the
being
poop dust
clean.
is on the
There's-
butt.
The stink
particles,
lines.
yeah.
The stink lines imply fecal matter.
This
There's
only
poop
makes it
dust on
louder.
that butt.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to be the new aesthetic for the podcast room.
Okay.
Really looking
Horny
forward to it.
zebras.
All right. I think they're horny.
Well,
Well,
some of them are
I
horny.
do.
I do.
know.
I think.
In my zebra of zebras, I know.
Yuck.
What? Ugh. What?
Top 10.
I wish I had my laptop so I could just show you guys again.
That's
No.
I'm good.
Oh, it's burned.
Well, you're always looking for like an image for the podcast.
yeah.
And why
I have
not?
a couple.
Is that homepage friendly?
No.
Absolutely not.
You would
No,
have
I
to
don't.
put a black bar over one specific part of it, I think.
Does it
The
matter?
middle third.
It's called the whole thing.
Are there any decency laws that apply to this website?
Absolutely.
Are there any decency laws that apply to animal on animal action?
I guess not.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like National Geographic
It's like
shit.
that Bloodhound gang got away with it.
Exactly. Actually, I totally put a bare bottom in podcast art.
This is not just bare bottom. This is like
This is a
spread
bear's
open.
bottom, you know?
It's educational.
Okay, I think.
I learned a lot.
You know,
We got some Cuphead stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of good Cuphead art, too, if you want some of that.
Nope.
Fan art of the year.
What rule are we on
Absolutely.
now? What internet rule is that?
There are they repealed all the internet rules.
Okay. No decency.
Yeah.
Net neutrality. There you go. Put up whatever you want.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
it means.
No one can stop you from posting these zebra images. These
They will not-
sexy,
they will not
hot,
slow down your connection.
incredibly sexy zebra images.
They are very sexy. That's probably sexy and tasteful are like the two words I would use to describe them.
That's what my t-shirt says. Sexy and tasteful. That's the Giant Bomb promise.
Let's talk about games, I guess.
No.
I don't know.
God, please no. Jesus. The last thing.
There are a few. Puzzle Fighter came out on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only thing I want to hear about.
When did it? Does anyone know when it came out?
I don't know. I just started playing it
Like
today.
a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's been
So
out
this
for-
They
is-
had like a soft launch in other countries,
Yeah.
and then just recently, made it available for this one.
Because I love Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, Capcom's Puzzle Fighter.
I've been shying away from it and such because I love puzzle fighters.
So, Jeff, here's one thing I'm curious how you feel about, because I haven't quite figured out how I feel about it. There are no countdown gems.
Huh?
There are.
Wait, does that come up?
So once you hit bronze rank,
Oh, okay.
it unlocks those.
Oh, good.
It'll
Okay.
drop patterns
Because
and
that's
stuff.
you're much further than I am, and that's the one thing I was concerned about. Was like it's got the health meters, and it's got some
Health
cool
meters?
stuff. Yeah, there are
So,
health
yeah.
meters, and you can do like if you have 4 together and you break it, you'll do like a Hadouken. If you do like 6 vertically,
So
you'll do.
it's a little different than classic Puzzle Fighter. In classic Puzzle Fighter, you're trying to get them to
Yeah.
like hit the top of the screen. In this
Right.
game, you have health.
So
and
each attack you do does damage to
you
the other
have
person.
special moves. So like Ryu here will have a
heard of him.
Hadouken.
This guy,
Okay,
Ryu
all
here.
right. What
This
else do
guy-
you have?
Surprise! The first character you unlock is Ryu.
Okay.
He's a wizard. This guy is a wizard in a white robe.
He'll have like Hadouken, which will be 4x4, and Shoryuken, which will be 2x3. And so if you get a gem like that and then break it, you'll do a special move for more damage. So it kind of encourages a little bit different style of play than original, where
right.
Interesting.
it's more about, instead of like setting up one huge combo,
Yeah.
You're trying to make specific shapes.
you're
I like
trying
these
to-
big
kinda cool.
honking slabs of gems,
Yeah.
pulsating gem meat.
They don't even scale
me show
well.
you
Like
some
if you do an 8, like a 4x2, it's not 2 Hadoukens. It's just a normal Hadouken.
It's not
It's
a
best
red.
to
It's
just
not
kind
a
of
red
knock that
Hadouken.
stuff out as quick as possible.
But where it gets a little more interesting is you'll have support characters, and their patterns will come into play too. So and they'll incorporate their patterns into a bigger pattern. So like if you do a 9x9, that'll count as a 2x3 and a 3x2 and a 4x4 or a 2x2.
yeah.
You know.
Now you're speaking my language.
This sounds.
It's a woodworking.
Yeah, no,
Couple
this is
1x4s.
This is all the hamburgers I'm going to order after this.
What's the main
Animal
mode?
style.
Are you playing against AI or are you
So
playing against
there's
people?
2 modes. There's an online match where it's PvP, and then there's a
Is it a real time PvP?
yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like it because I've gone like in BART, I'll hit no internet access and it'll like lag me out, and then the other person will have done a few more
Oh,
moves.
gotcha.
Do you know if each character has the same pattern they have to make? Or
No.
Oh, wow.
And they all have different color affinities. So like Ryu does more with blue gems, Ken does more with red gems.
But are Ken and Ryu at least the same?
Yeah, I get.
no,
Really?
no, they're different.
Wow.
See,
Well, 'cause
Ryu
they're different
is a
now.
wizard who's more into power. Ken is a brash young fighting
So you're
stallion.
sorcerer.
Have you seen Ken's new hair?
He's into
way
speed and
different now.
style.
Okay.
What is? I want to see his hair.
Ken's like Street Fighter 5 hair, the banana hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Banana hair.
I don't know if I'm digging all the
Actually,
super
banana
deform representations.
Yeah,
here.
they kind of look
show
like
Vinny the banana
wanna
hair.
see
They kind of look
Show
like
me the banana
Funko
hair.
Pops.
Okay.
Not with a big head though.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
That's the most
a cartoony
again the
style.
most
It's-
devastating thing you could say about anything is it looks like Funko Pops.
It's fucking savage.
Like,
Yeah.
oh god, are the stink lines coming off that too?
But that was kind of Ken in Puzzle Fighter, right? Like he had
Yeah.
the part down the middle.
It was
Yeah.
like alpha hair. It was like he had the top knot
Yeah.
like ponytail thing.
I don't mind him.
And then there's offline like mission modes, but so far all the missions have been defeat one opponent, and as you get them, you get MP, which will unlock you chests and stuff, and they reset every X hours.
What's in
Maybe
the
it
chest?
wasn't top knot. It was just like he had like long hair and then a ponytail tied in the middle of it. I'm trying to remember Ken's alpha hair.
Yeah, it was
really?
a
I
weird,
thought it was
weird,
a
ponytail.
long,
I thought it was
and then
the
a
back
pony, like
thing.
the.
Or was it like a top?
I don't think it was a top knot until
Until
five.
5. Yeah, he's always been into experimental hairstyles.
Just like his
that like-
fighting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Eric
brash
Roberts and
and-
Best of the Best. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
hairstyle.
Eliza is always egging him on. Like, do this to your hair next.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably sponsored, right? So he's probably got like a Pantene Pro V.
Yeah,
And he's a dad now,
E.G.
so
Ken
he's
Masters.
got
Oh yeah, he had a hell of a ponytail in Alpha.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
thing is serious.
He's a great StarCraft player.
Ben, what are the red gems for? That seems like one of the main currencies.
So yeah, there's 2 currencies. There's gems and coins. Gems so far, I think you unlock chests with them. Like if you want to just get a chest.
then what's the MP?
MP is the organic way to lock chests. You
Okay,
get
so
those
it's the
from
same
like,
chest you're
feeding-
getting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then coins are for, so you power up your fighter with cards. Like you're randomly getting cards out of chests when you win games and stuff. It'll be like, here's 6 Hadouken cards. And if you have 20 Hadouken cards, you'll level up Hadouken. And it'll do more damage when you match that.
It's very Clash Royale in that way.
Yeah.
Because then you have to spend coins.
I've been sitting here waiting to ask you if this scratches the Clash Royale itch in any way.
Kind of.
In a way,
Yeah.
like the card system seems very similar. And
Well,
like,
I mean more in just the pick up and play, like short head-to-head match against a person.
I think it is, yeah. And I've always loved Puzzle Fighter, and like it controls pretty all right.
I'm having trouble with it. Whenever I drag down to
you can
have
change
it drop,
the sensitivity.
I need to do that. I think because it seems to like arc at the end and then go over a row and
frustrating.
completely fucks me.
Well, last time I tried one of these, it was that Symphony of the Night, Puzzle Fighter game. Do you remember that? Like 5 or 6 years ago.
What? Bad.
I loved the idea of it, but like controlling it was awful. And I haven't tried a puzzle game like that on phone since. And this one actually feels okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, look at that. Symphony of the Night iOS. It's like a puzzle.
Symphonic Puzzle Fighter of the Night?
That might be it.
That can't be it.
That sounds not actually it, but
just like a Symphony of the Night
I don't know,
iOS.
the first,
like a fan mod.
The first line of this article from 2010 reads, I think Konami has lost their fucking minds.
yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
only-
2010 sounds about right.
Yeah, this is totally it.
I don't think that's the actual title of the game. That might be the headline.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe that was like an announcement, and then a clever writer made that.
That's probably true. I can't actually find the real title.
There's a colorblind mode.
There's a colorblind mode. They've added a lot of characters like Frank West and Chuck Green.
Yeah.
I hear
Dante.
I hear the voices are special.
The voices, man. They're, like Frank West has a really thick Brooklyn accent, and like
I got Mike Hagar.
Frank West from Brooklyn.
yeah, Mike's voice is also bad. It's not like grumbly. He's just like rubbing his mustache on his intro, and he's just like, "I'm Mike Hagar."
Wow.
They're not good.
What does he do for his specials? Does he like
He's got
do
double
the-
lariat.
He has
does
like a
he-
throw a barrel.
Oh, he does.
I think so. Yeah,
because it has to like hit
steel
the other
pipe,
character,
double
right?
lariat,
Okay.
and pipe and barrel toss.
No spinning pile driver.
No, that's for when they had Zangief.
You've been leveling up pretty quick.
Yes. So I've been leveling up pretty quick. I spent a little bit of money.
Wasn't there like a $5 like buy-in starter pack?
Yeah, there was like a starter pack, and I bought the Jill pack because I read she was broken because of her gem drop
great.
pattern is like actually really fucked up. As a puzzle fighter fan, like look at that. Like
a lot of
look-
colors.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
I see everyone playing as Bison.
yeah,
far.
Bison's supposed to be really good too.
Okay.
I got Bison. Okay, good.
So I got curious as to like how I'm like this seems. I seem like I'm put a little bit of money through and I'm tearing through people at my level. Like I'm just completely obliterating them. But I can tell I have played more Puzzle Fighter than a lot of these people because you can watch their drops
Right.
at the same time, and I'm looking and they're like
They're
not
not good.
really
They're not-
building
yeah.
Puzzle Fighter
Yeah.
combos.
Right.
So I got curious to see if anyone like did some math on this, and apparently so you have 3 characters on your team to get even one character to max level, and this would be if you were only using currency, right? If you were only buying upgrades, like you earn a lot of stuff in game, not a ton, but you do earn. It'd be between $4,000 and $8,000.
Sweet.
Oh, that's not so bad. Okay.
Sign me up.
For one character?
I buy the game. I want to get at least like 20 hours out of it. So
is that the best value?
I think that's the worst value.
Oh, okay.
Does it have anything like a coin doubler, like a permanent, any kind of permanent?
know.
Or are
They're
we
just-
just past that? Is that not a thing
Yeah.
that exists
That
anymore?
kind of faded
Man.
out.
But Servbot's coming soon.
I think I put in my $5 for that starter pack. I blew through that stuff so quick, and I didn't feel like I actually made it.
Man, that's
huge
such a-
Well, what if
difference,
you
but-
spend another $10?
I know.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
like
just
spend
get
20.
that hit up that rush.
That's such a turnoff. Like I would totally put money in.
I got turned off
for
real
something
quick,
that would
yeah.
permanently be there to use forever. I would totally put money in, but something that you're going to use in 10 minutes, like.
But you can use it to get characters and level them up, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's still like that is an upgrade that doesn't go away.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the game's free if you
Yes.
just want to get. And can you play against AI?
Yeah. So
There's some mission
there's
modes,
mission modes that reset.
Do you get
every few hours?
Every few hours. Okay, so you can get whatever the
MP.
organic farm to table. Okay.
Well, and there's the like
Small
Honda.
batch.
Artisanal
Honda
currency.
shop.
There's a weird like Honda carnival game thing where you spin these little boats
Yeah,
around.
after
and
you
then-
win an online match, you go to Honda's sushi bar and he spins around the sushi boats. And
Does he slap him into your face?
no, he just kind of looks like
Dude, if I were Honda being relegated to fucking working a shop and not being in Street Fighter 5, I'd be pretty fucking grimaced out too.
Yeah.
He's out of the game, man. Just let him retire in peace. No?
No.
Oh.
I have
Honda's never
3
out the
spins
game.
left.
I was all ready for this thing to be terrible, and it seems like you guys think
I
it's
don't-
pretty good.
It actually,
like it so far.
I think it might be terrible.
It sounds like it might actually be terrible.
It seems like, as of right now, like I mean, I'm gonna play some more. If I get to a point where I obviously need to spend more to win, then I think it'll be terrible. But right now, I've had I enjoyed it enough to put money into it, which isn't true of most mobile games.
I feel like with mobile games, I make that decision really early on because it's that feeling of like, well, I don't want to spend 10 hours on it and then put a little bit of money into it as I'm like tapering off on it anyway.
You want it early for the best.
Like, if I play a thing, the best value.
Best value, really.
Like decide like, okay, I think I like this. I'm gonna spend a little bit of money now. Yeah. And then go.
Where else can you get Puzzle Fighter these days?
Oh, it's tough because like I always look for places to play that, and there's not a good way except for
they put it out on
PS
360.
Now.
Yeah.
Well, it's not backwards compatible on 360.
It's not?
No. So whenever I play it, I have to do it on PS Now.
That was also not the best version of that.
Yeah.
It was okay,
not so
but
much.
they didn't do a great job with
So
it.
was
PS
just
Now,
fine.
PS Now from PS2.
I think it's a PS3 down. I think it's the same one as the 360
it'd be the same
one.
as 360
Okay.
But also, like on PS Now, like it's a puzzle game. If the timing is off, if there's any lag or anything, you really feel that.
That's streaming video.
Yeah.
The only thing to do is get the arcade board and hook it up to a super gun.
Okay, I have all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's play some fucking Puzzle Fighter.
Hell yeah.
So it's 360
assuming
or
that my
PS3?
board is not suicided.
Oh, right. Those are the boards that have
CPS2
like the
boards will just die.
I feel like we played the actual board like 3 years ago. I think you brought them in. Yeah.
We should play some more arcade boards.
I have a loose new battery for that thing.
I have a Mortal Kombat 2 board in my closet that I have never opened. Like I bought it on eBay in like
MK1.
2004, and I don't think I ever opened.
I feel like I did that exact same thing
Yeah.
with Mortal Kombat 1 at one point.
Oh, so you have MK2?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have MK1?
Yeah.
I bought the actual arcade cabinet for 2 and then realized I need to wait until I have a house to buy more arcade cabinets. They're kind of hard to move.
Is that still sticking around your dad's house?
No, Danny O'Dwyer helped me load it into a guy's truck, so it's in Nebraska somewhere now.
So you're not going to be buried in it anymore.
I'll work on that. I'll get a new one.
Nebraska's a good place for MK2.
Yeah.
So for like the MK stuff, is it all complete on one board?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just have the one panel?
I think it's JAMA, whatever.
Okay. So
Standard
it's not
stuff.
like different soundboards or power supplies?
It might. I think
actually, I don't know.
There's a daughter board or something like bolted to it, but it's all
It's
one
all, is
slab.
it on like
It's
the
not-
metal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Although
a grounding plate?
I feel like I remember the wiring harness is different between MKs.
It is
Because like we
Yeah.
tried to put a, what was it?
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Well, 3 is different because it has the run button. But
Right.
even I think 1 and 2, like the button pattern is slightly different.
It's still just the X, isn't it?
No. The way it's wired up,
like crazy wiring stuff.
Button
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
I
in
see what
a
you're saying.
in a
just
JAMA
swap the
sense
boards
is like high kick in 1, but it's high punch in 2 or
Gotcha.
something like that. It's like a W shape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or an E shape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, weird.
Abby, how excited are you about JAMA wiring harnesses?
Very.
Stoked to be here.
Uh-huh.
Just checking.
Have you
Just
ever
love being in this room.
Have you ever played Puzzle Fighter?
No.
I think you'd like it. It's fun.
Okay. I
really
like
fun.
puzzle games.
Yeah.
I don't really play fighting games.
It's like a match game.
It's like
Okay.
it's the match
It's
3
like a
before that
head-to-head match
became
game, yeah.
a bad thing.
Okay.
It's fun.
And there's little cute Street Fighter characters, and they do moves in the middle of the. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a super meter that slowly
Yeah.
builds as you match.
Yeah.
And the cool thing actually is you get like, if you drop a diamond on the bottom, you get like half a bar of
Oh,
super.
yeah.
Oh, really?
sure.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That makes
It builds
sense.
pretty slow.
It does.
But yeah, I've been
It's pretty
saving
much
my
always a
diamonds for
finisher.
that.
Yeah.
Buying those Mortal Kombat boards was a bad idea
It was.
because they're medium res, so they don't work with a super gun.
Oh, that is extra crappy. Yeah. I never really intended to use it. I just wanted to have it.
Sure.
Sure.
It was $50. It's right next to that airsoft Solid Snake pistol that I bought in Japan.
Yep.
What?
Is it like labeled? Does
There's
it
just a
have
corner. There's a corner of my closet
Of
with a
stuff I'll
stack
never
of
look at.
garbage that I shouldn't have bought and has no practical use whatsoever.
Is there any way to display that board? Like, is there a label on it?
I don't know. I came with the marquee art.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
shit! There you go.
Yeah, you could display it because they're probably like stickers on the chips
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
usually.
But
Ooh,
that's
a good-
probably about
that's
it.
Huh.
So are they
Maybe I should
ROMs
mount
at
it
that
on the
point, or
wall?
It's not
Yeah.
hard drive, right?
No, that's not hard drive. Yeah.
MK2 had the best cabinet art, just the rating
Yeah.
with the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's really cool.
That DCS sound shit.
Oh right.
It sounded good.
DCS?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
the
Surround, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big fancy sound system
yeah.
that they came up with for that thing.
Very loud.
It's not Q sound like all the Capcom games had.
Yeah.
God, that was such a big deal when that came out.
Oh my
Q
god,
sound?
yes. Or just MK2.
Not just MK2
Yeah.
in general. Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to the mall, and like the first time like release day for an arcade machine was a thing that I thought of.
Like I burned into my memory the day I walked into
Yeah.
the local arcade and they had gotten MK2. Like there were 20 to 30 people crowded around
Yeah,
that machine.
yeah,
I was
totally.
just like, what the fuck
I
is
feel like
that?
I was in high school. What year was that?
Yeah, that would
Would
have
have
been
been like 92, 93?
93 or
Okay.
94.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember
Yeah.
Sub-Zero's freeze, like the actual like ice ball looked so much better. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
Yep.
so much better than the
Yep.
first one.
And when did the animal or babalities come out?
Babalities were two.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Two
But that
was friendships, babalities, two fatalities, and multiple stage fatalities.
When did the humanimals come into play?
That was never part of it.
Are there
Well,
zebras?
three totally has
and
animalities.
it's animalities.
I
yeah.
think I want one of the animalities. You might turn into a zebra.
Oh, hell
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could I turn into like a fox that smells that zebra's butt?
Oh.
You'd have to hack the. There's a way
it's
to
worth
do
it.
it.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, but that's
There's
considered
dip
a
switches
friendship.
for that.
That was Primal Rage. We played a lot of that.
Yeah.
Isn't it Scorpion that turns into a penguin,
Yep.
which is really confusing because why wouldn't Sub-Zero turn into the penguin?
Or a scorpion turned into a scorpion.
Yeah.
Because they probably sat down and went, no, too obvious.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Who
no,
is it? Striker that turns into the great white shark.
Yes.
I love that one. That's my favorite animality.
That's so dumb.
It's great.
That was
it
part of. Oh,
it-
go ahead.
the Super Nintendo one had Fergalities, where you could be Fergal, the guy from Probe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed
Fergus.
away recently. Yeah. Where you just
Oh,
turn
huh.
the other guy into Fergus from Probe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really dumb. Like part of what made MK2 so amazing was how it was unfinished when they shipped it. So
That's
they
not
were,
amazing.
Dude, it
That's
was
early
fucking-
access for arcade
Please
machines.
stop.
Yeah.
But it meant that for 6 months or a
yeah,
year,
version.
You got
every
updates.
month that you went to the arcade, they had a new board in with more fatalities.
It was
So-
amazing. Yeah.
I
Like,
bet
every time you went
operators
back-
love that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, but like you would see new finishing moves like every time you went in there, and then the stuff like the Kano morph,
Well, there was
or,
stuff-
not, or the Kentaro morph.
Well, there was
shit
the stuff
start
like, at one point, I think it was 2, if not 2, then it was 3, but almost out of spite, like because everyone figured out the fatalities so fast, they just changed them all.
Oh, right.
And so one of the board revisions changed a ton of the fatalities.
after the game was
yeah.
out?
Yeah,
that's
like
fucked
2.0 or 3.0, whatever
Yeah.
it was. Like they said, nah, fuck this. Like, and it was deliberately a ploy to like say, hey man, fuck the internet. They found all our moves and spread it all around. Let's do this, and then people will spend a bunch of money trying to figure them out all over again.
And they won, and that's how the internet went down.
It's kind of the thing where you're like, man, our arcade machines.
That killed arcades.
Arcade machines were that was the thing.
That was the
did
thing.
it, yeah. Arcades were just as devious as mobile games, but just the transactions were different.
Yeah.
I wonder if our operators did like it, because I wonder if it brought people back
Yeah.
in once the revision went up and was like, yeah, this game has legs on it.
My
now.
understanding is that it did exactly that.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Which one had Pong? Was it 3? You had to play like 300 matches or something, and then like
gosh.
Pong would unlock.
I think 2 had Pong
was
and
2.
3 had like a Galaga style game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then someone made Pong Combat for PC. And it was like they tried to make Pong paddles that had special moves. So everyone had a projectile and a fatality. So it was like they had Pong paddles killing each other, ripping each other in half and
Really?
stuff. It was
Was that a licensed one, like an Atari? one?
no.
I'm trying to-
Some dude made it.
There
It
was like a
freeware.
there was like an Atari one that came out. I want to say like early 2000s. That was actually pretty cool. It was like 3D and that.
Oh,
obviously
like
not
just a new Pong, not
Yeah.
Pong. Yeah,
Yeah.
They did it for like Dreamcast
Pong
and stuff. Like
2.
they did a bunch of re-releases of all those old Atari games.
On PlayStation, you'd have to set in the options whether Shang Tsung could morph into just the opponent or everyone, because it would have to like stop and load the other character.
Oh, so terrible.
That was terrible. Bad.
I remember all the
Bad
kids, dumb kids, just wasting their time on the Mortal Kombat machine and then freeing up the Time Killers machine so I could get my quarters in.
We had one Time Killers machine in town. It was at a bowling alley.
That
We'd,
game hasn't
once a
aged
week
well.
we'd usually
Play,
go.
you get to do the fatality right up front. Like,
Yeah,
who
arms
needs to
right
wait?
off. Yeah, exactly. Like you guys just
Kill them right off the bat.
Here, go look up a code. Sure. I got a chainsaw right here.
I'm going to apply it to your throat, and then the match is over.
It's such a great, dumb.
It's really
game.
stupid.
Really bad game.
It's no Bloodstorm.
It's true. Or Tattoo Assassins.
Oh man.
Out of towners, how are y'all doing?
Good.
How is it?
I want to go home.
What did
Yeah,
it
I
do?
want to go home. What do I have to do to go home?
Week 2.
I'll say anything. I'll say anything. Tell me a game. I'll say
Jan,
anything.
lock the door.
What game do you want? I'll say anything.
How's the hotel?
Hotel's fine.
Good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
small. It's cozy.
Yeah.
You guys are rooming?
Yes.
Yeah, but like we're hardly in the room ever,
Sure.
so it's like literally like a submarine, and we're just sleeping on it here and there.
Sock on the
Yep.
door, tie on the door. What's the protocol?
I haven't really messed around with any of that.
Just door wide open. Just door,
Yeah.
just door wide open all the time.
Ripped
Just
it
like-
down.
Open door policy.
If you hear MacGruber a rockin',
Please come a knocking.
Figure the door's open all the time, you'll never get surprised, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Smart.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like Dan's a great roommate.
Thank you. You too.
But it's exhausting because like you're never in like your alone state ever.
Yeah.
Like you go from here to being around somebody else. Like there are things. As an adult, I have come to appreciate the just moments of alone time, personal alone time. It's just weird. It's like you're always at like a heightened sense of like, oh, okay, I'm around Dan. Like I'm, obviously
all the time.
like
Gotta watch my back.
kind of a,
24 hours a day.
Gotta be on your best behavior around Dan.
It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
okay, like yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, I get it.
I have my own room, and it's been pretty good.
Sounds nice.
I guess passing the time though. You stole one of our TVs.
I did.
Right, and you've got your PS4.
I've been playing Assassin's Creed primarily.
Rad.
I did watch National Treasure with the commentary last night.
did?
I did. The commentary was pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know. I like because of how I had to rig up the TV, I had to like move one of my like nightstands, and it's like in the middle of like a walkway. So I'm just like, I'm not having them clean my room anymore. I just keep the like do not disturb stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So they didn't move stuff back.
Yeah, and also just because I feel like if they come into my room, they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Must be a rock star in here.
They're not wrong.
Really trashed the joint. You
We-
don't have it. They didn't have a TV in there to begin with, or you
It's
couldn't?
really shitty.
couldn't get to
it
it.
was
It
like
sucks.
it was like TV gear or something was the brand.
It was like hotel TV.
They're
It was
Weird.
like yeah.
It's hard.
brand
Sometimes
TV.
it's hard to hook good shit up to hotel TV.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
hard to even
Yes.
find like an HDMI port. I had to like
Yeah.
pull it away from the wall and like put my phone back there so I could take pictures.
Yep.
There's a
Right.
DVD player that's hooked up, and I'm pretty sure it's hooked up through composite.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Not even component.
It definitely
Yeah,
is.
it absolutely is. I
Yeah.
looked into it.
It's the look and sound of perfect.
That's good stuff. Gross.
Yeah, like it's like all our time is here, so it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like by the time we get done, grab a wrapped Subway or some Chipotle, eat at a lonely desk in a hotel, and then like pass out my own filth. And be like,
That's
come
game of
back-
the year.
Come back in here.
Yeah.
Living the life.
Wait for Dan to come back in. Be like, hey Dan, hey Vinny.
I played Shaq Fu in Dan's hotel room, which is pretty cool.
Yep. Abby played Clay Fighter and Boogerman and
Oh, you guys
Booger.
are catching
Yeah.
up on the important stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Boogerman?
Very good.
Yes.
Best debut?
Boogerman. I mean, we played through a ton of those games, and I'd say Boogerman is up there. in the
Yeah, oh
ones
yeah,
I enjoyed.
for sure. Was that Dan Castaneda that did the voice?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
so.
it might
I
have
think it
been
was.
because he did that and like the Earthworm Jim they did a cartoon series,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
It definitely sounds like when it's like booger. Like it
I remember
sounds
really
very-
liking that cartoon. I mean, I'm
The
sure it
Earthworm
doesn't
Jim
hold
one?
up at
I don't-
all.
me too.
But
You know what also doesn't hold up? Earthworm Jim.
oh, don't do this to me, Dan.
Hey, did you play it when it
No.
came out on 360?
Like, let's. Yeah.
I have
mean,
extremely fond memories of Earthworm
Yep.
Jim.
I did too.
You know what's
But
pretty okay?
not coming.
Launching the cow in Earthworm Jim and
Yes.
then
What
turning
about
off
the, like-
Earthworm Jim.
What about the crow levels?
The Psychro races.
Yeah.
Those are not great. Those aren't like offensively bad. It's the level design and like heck, where it's just this giant
Oh,
sprawling
God.
thing where you have no idea where you're going. There's the one level in I think it's 2 where you have to whip that puppy to make him jump over gaps.
Oh,
and
God,
that's a
yeah.
nightmare.
Oh, I liked that.
I hated that. Yeah, that game is not.
I had
well.
a similar experience with Cool Spot recently.
Oh,
We
no.
played Cool Spot. we also played Cool
yeah.
Spot.
Like
the
those
7-Up
levels
game.
are
Yeah.
bad mazes.
Yeah.
Like they don't. It's a mess.
You're also
like,
a soda fighting crabs.
Yeah.
The weird maze thing is also
That's
a
the part I
problem
like,
in Home Improvement and
Does that
Wayne's
hold- yeah.
World for SNES are also very difficult to get around those levels.
But like Cool Spot was a game that when it came out, everyone was like, "Oh, this is like surprisingly
Yeah.
rad."
No,
This
I
is,
like Cool Spot.
It's really cool." But like, no, you don't like Cool Spot.
Cool Spot's fine.
No,
Cool
it's
Spot's
cool.
sunglasses.
Super not.
It's got like nice animation on.
He's
the
animated.
Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that stuff still stands out. The same way Earthworm Jim does. You're like,
Yeah.
man, when he whips his head out of there, you
Which is better, Cool Spot or Yonoid?
Cool Spot.
Yonoid.
I like Yonoid too.
Yonoid has you play a fun math game at the end of every level.
I like the source material better for Yonoid.
Noid is a
I like
terrible man.
Dominoes is better than
dude, I
7
love
Up.
Even
Noid.
including the real life story of the guy with the last
that's
name
not
Noid.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I heard about this.
That's not good.
No. Well, wait a minute. You're saying that 7-Up is better than.
No, I'm saying Dominoes is better than 7 Up, but I like Cool Spot.
I
the
feel
game.
like Dan, I need a disclosure here. Do you own stock in either one of these companies?
Domino, who owns? I don't have
They're
any.
probably owned by
probably
the same
Yum
company.
Foods.
Actually, no, I don't have Yum
Okay.
stock. I've just
All
got
right.
Arby's. No, Wendy's stock. That's the only stock I have in
All
fast
right.
food.
Okay.
Weird.
Yes.
You own Wendy's but not Taco Bell?
Yeah, I don't know.
They were gonna like blow a bunch of money catering some guy's wedding. You didn't want to like.
Yeah,
they make questions.
Doesn't seem like a good business practice.
Don't get high on your
Those
own
people
supply,
have
man.
fucking
That is
bad ideas.
a good point.
I realized that Virgin Interactive made a lot of the.
Oh, yeah.
Published
Yep.
a lot of the games that I like.
Oh yeah.
They did Cool
They were like in front
Spots.
of everything.
Yeah.
What else did
I'm
they do?
pretty
What happened
sure
to
they were in
them?
front of Out of This World. They make planes now.
Is that it though?
Did they
Because
just,
they
like,
used to own
stop
half the
or-
world.
They sold to Alaska.
Alaskan, yeah.
Alaska.
Oh really?
Yep.
I don't think they. Well, remember like Virgin Megastores are there.
Yeah.
Those have been gone forever.
shitty SNES games and low Earth
Hey,
orbit travel.
I think they published Out of
they
This
cover
World.
they cover all the bases.
But yeah, I'm trying to think like what would have happened to Virgin Interactive. Like I'm sure
Or
at
is
some
it-
point they just sold it off.
So who was Interplay?
Interplay was like Earthworm Jim. That was like
Interplay was a publisher, so they didn't develop Earthworm Jim.
But also
they
Interplay
published-
was all kinds.
Yeah,
of
Interplay
shit.
published
And
Rock
they
and
were
Roll Racing.
Clay
They did-
Fighter?
they did-
And they published Clay
think
Fighter.
so, yeah.
They
also
published a
put
ton
out
of like iconic PC.
Baldur's
Yeah,
Gate
exactly.
like,
And
I think
Boogerman.
Did they put out Fallout? They did,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
first Fallout?
Yeah.
And then like the
Maybe
whatever
Interplay.
was left of Interplay was the ones holding on to some element of the Fallout license,
Right.
and then Bethesda had the other part of it, and Bethesda
So they're
got the rest
gone
of it.
now, right?
No,
There's still an entity
like
called
it's still
Enterprise.
Brian Fargo. It's still
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, like they came back and started publishing games again.
Huh.
How about Delphine?
Delphine, they
Like a French
they
company,
yeah
wasn't it?
they'd made like Flashback and Out of This World and that stuff, but I think that's all they made.
What about Shiny?
Shiny
Wait,
Soul.
that was Earthworm Jim.
Shiny
Shiny
Earthworm Jim. They did MDK.
Is that David Perry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was David
David
Perry.
Perry.
They did. What else did they do?
They did
Messiah.
Messiah.
Yeah.
The baby games. Yeah, right. Totally. Name that 90s PC developer.
Shiny. LJN.
Remember Dynamics?
LGN just became a brand under Acclaim.
Oh,
So
really?
It was the same way Ultra was Konami, LGN was Acclaim.
Were they just a publisher or did they make games?
Because what was it?
No,
You could only.
Acclaim they developed.
What was it?
LJN.
Wasn't it that you could only put,
That the same thing. There's no. That's just a brand.
you could only put out like so many games on the NES a year, so
Yeah.
they had to
Oh,
make these
wow.
sub labels to start putting out
Right.
more.
And then also the Acclaim also had Flying Edge, which published Genesis
Right.
games.
Yeah.
And that's just Acclaim.
Who did Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City?
Oh,
EA, I think.
was that EA?
Yeah.
Iguana.
Because EA had
Yeah.
the like exclusive license to Jordan for some time.
Was that you or was that Mike who was telling me about the guy, the consultant that they brought on? So they brought on some guy to like consult for that game, and he ended up becoming one of like he designed all the Jordans basically from then on out. Like he
Like the
the
shoe?
Air Jordan, yeah. Like
wow.
he became one of the chief design officers of Nike because he met Jordan and they like hit it off, and then he introduced them, and he's like, I want this guy to do the shoes.
Wow.
I want you making my shoes.
Yeah.
Well, the art in that game is pretty bad.
Chaos in the Windy City?
Yeah.
Oh, the basketball head
face-
zombies and
The way his like Doom guy face
Yeah.
deteriorates is like one of the most haunting things.
It's very
I
scary. It
used
looks
to
like he's melting.
I used to like run this little video game blog thing that I did for a couple weeks, and
It's called GameSpot. It's weird.
that was one of the games I covered, and I like still will see that image of his
tenure, you really hit the fucking biggest games the hardest, huh?
Face. No, I wanted to like dip into weird stuff that like
It's our
other
ongoing
people
series,
weren't writing
Jordan in the
about.
Windy City and Chaos in the Windy City here.
But I still see that image in my computer sometimes, and it like
wow.
scares me.
yeah, it's very bad.
that's another one of those like big maze platform
Yeah.
levels. 16-bit.
So that's what we've been playing this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's no Shaq Fu.
that's
It's a bad game.
what is really. I hopped on the PUBG test server this morning.
How's that going?
Because
Did you vault?
vaulting is now available for everybody.
Yeah.
If you own the game,
If
is
you own
that
the game, you just
Wow.
install the test server. and
there's
play
a
it.
separate
It's-
client
yeah.
labeled like PUBG test client or whatever,
Yeah.
and you can just download it and get on the server that has the vaulting and the kill cam.
Starting a character.
Vaulting
but
for everybody.
Yeah, you have to make
Yeah,
a new
it's
character. Yeah. So
what a world we live in.
Hey, the vaulting is very good.
It's fun,
The
right?
vaulting is very
I
good.
may have immediately spent 5 minutes in a room just jumping over a desk over and over.
So
And
don't
then
you-
getting shot.
You do
Well, no,
realize-
it was just
Yeah.
it was like a
Test
little
server.
tiny room, but like
I feel like you do realize the like which windows are barred. Like you've
Yeah.
very much
You have to
become
start paying
aware of
attention
like
to it, yeah.
but they seem to have taken like every height into account.
Okay.
Like there's the big walls and fences. There's the like little
Yeah.
rubble fences.
Yeah.
And there's a different animation for
And it's
that.
like
There's
just
like
slow
step over
enough.
animations
yeah, there's
and
a
climb
there's
over
a, there's a
animations.
climb up. There's a like sort of run and slide. Like if it's a desk, like a short surface, you don't like climb up on it. You sort of do the
Oh, sure.
feet
Oh,
first, like,
awesome.
slide
I haven't done
over.
that. That's
Oh.
fucking great.
Yeah.
Can you
Mantling?
shoot while you're doing it?
I didn't try.
Because if you can do fucking desk slide, gun a guy down.
I don't know if
That's
you
a
shoot-
stranglehold.
I
Yeah.
want to do that. Yeah, I want to do some fucking stranglehold
Yeah.
shit over the hood of a car.
There's
I want to
watermelons
fucking
all over
boys
it.
around
Totally.
that thing.
But just being able to get over it and keep going
Yeah.
was enough to make me happy.
Do you
really
press anything? Like, is it like press
that?
jump or something?
press jump.
Yes,
Okay.
jump. There's also settings
There's a-
for
yeah.
jump only and vault only, so you can put those on different keys if
Oh,
you
okay.
really want like full control.
It really addresses one of my big problems, which were the like rooms that you would open up the door and it'd just be a little wall high, like knee high
Yeah.
wall around you, and you're like, "What is? Why is this
Yeah.
here?" But now those are actually
Yeah.
Have you
can
found anything
try.
that you can't jump over or vault
Not
over?
that I saw. I only played one match, but
Like there are things that are too tall.
Yeah,
for
well,
you to
sure,
do, but
obviously,
yeah.
but you know, yeah, there's lots of like waist high things.
It works a lot.
Has
better
anyone
than-
tested if you can stand on top of a car to vault over a high fence?
Ooh.
I haven't tried
Not
that.
yet.
I tried getting on
Yeah.
a roof, so it seems like only flat surfaces as well.
Yeah.
Like there was a
Like vaulting,
roof.
you're vaulting up like
Oh.
rocks and stuff like that, isn't it? You kind
Yeah.
of can't do
Gotcha.
it.
Okay.
I would really like. I like that stuff. I think it's super fun. And I think the animation is just slow enough to like stop people from just sprinting away. Like you could definitely shoot them in the back if they're.
I'm really, I want to, so, I mean, they've been running this test server like kind of nonstop for, I want to say like the last week or so. Previously, the test server seemed like a very like up and down sort of thing. And they are going to show the new map for the first time this week at those awards.
Right.
Which awards?
The desert map, yeah. And
Desert Map Awards. Which
And
awards?
so I
VGAs.
wonder if they're going to be like, yo, this game's out.
Oh, like that night?
Oh.
Or
shit.
or
Like,
bare
playable
minimum
now?
bare minimum, hey, desert map on the test server.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like
can see
I wonder
that.
if they'll do that.
Like, hey, and we're playing live with like a bunch of real people,
Right.
100 people.
Nah,
Well,
I think they said it was a trailer. But
Did they ever give
whatever.
a date for when
Mine's better.
1.0 might come out?
No,
or
they
did
just
they
said
just
late
say
December.
December. That's all they said.
Oh,
and
wow.
the 12th is the release of the early access Xbox One version.
Right.
I would like. I
So
think
there's that too.
Which they, I don't know if you saw, they said that all versions of that on the Xbox will run at 30 FPS.
Okay.
like locked.
Even on the Xbox
On the
One,
X?
on the X, which
Yeah.
is,
I wonder if that's like well, they'll be able to play together. Obviously,
Yeah,
so
I
I
actually
wonder
wonder
if
if
that's
it's
a
a-
tick thing or whatever.
or I wonder if it's a playing field thing of like they don't want people with different frame rates playing
Oh,
against each other.
right.
Like the game's a PC game. There are already people with different frame rates playing
Yeah.
But they
against each
can't-
other there.
I'm talking about on the Xbox platform.
Yeah, but like I just don't see why that matters. Like
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
if they're saying, oh, we don't want people with different frame rates playing together, it's like you're literally doing that over here.
yeah, I don't
It's kind of the same thing about Destiny, but you know, at least with Destiny, they're like, we're CPU bound. We kind of can't.
I wish I
Yeah.
understood that better.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there there's no like kick doors open yet, right?
No.
You shoot 'em open.
That would be pretty good.
with
I-
a damn gun.
I kind of want like a go loud, like well, if
Yeah,
you could like run
yeah.
up to a door and like shoot
Sure.
it down on your way there, so there's no door left, would be pretty good too.
Yeah, I guess you still kind of have to. But if you shoot a gun with a shotgun, like,
shotgun,
you blow it open.
Yeah.
and walk through
Well,
it.
you got like holes sometimes. I just
Yeah.
want like a storm a house, like
Yeah.
go loud through. Especially now that there's vaulting, if like you can have people surround the
You
house.
want that kind
Yeah.
of full action.
I like siege, basically. Yeah,
yeah,
siege. But yeah, I want that, and
You want det packs. You want to blow holes in walls.
I want
yeah.
a sledge. I want to be able to take a sledgehammer to the wall.
drones.
Did you like the kill cam?
I was just gonna say, like, it might sound really self-evident, but that thing is incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sure you learned a lot from
when
it.
I
too,
died,
yeah.
when I died to somebody who I had seen before they saw me, and I was trying to stake them out, and I was like, oh, I've got this fucker, and they
So
got me
embarrassing.
instead, and
So
I was like, fucking,
embarrassing.
how did he know? Like, I thought I was getting the jump,
Did you see how he knew?
and then exactly, yeah, like using the
Oh,
kill
man.
cam, you see what they saw for the last
Oh,
like 10
wow.
seconds before you died, and I was like, oh shit, he saw
great.
me.
It ends up being weirdly
through the window.
Like it's really effective at kind of teaching you the
Yeah.
game. I think.
Yeah.
Like there are definitely elements where you're watching it
Shaming
going like,
you.
oh
Yeah.
my god, oh okay, I need to be better at watching this corner,
Yeah.
or this flank, like that, all that sort of
It
stuff.
proved its worth in like
Yeah.
one instance.
you can't
Wow.
get stats on that
Really
person
awesome.
though, right?
I don't know.
I think you might see their health and stuff. So if you're shooting them back, you'll see
Oh,
it.
so you do see from
I
their
think-
screen, like
yeah,
their
I think you
loadout
see
and
all their
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't see like their ranking or whatever, right?
No, no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Playing that made me feel way better about that game in general, and just like where they're at.
It feels
with
more like a
Well,
real video
That's
game.
what I mean. Yeah, like if they're promising it's going to come out this month, like that played significantly better than what it used to be.
We'll see if the cars can vault. And then
Mm-hmm.
otherwise I'm out.
Different vehicle physics.
It's a lot to ask.
Wait, did they change them?
Yeah.
Are they
They don't immediately
good?
kill you
I
as soon as you get out.
haven't tried them. I have not gotten in a vehicle since they made the change, but they changed all the ballistics of like how the gun stuff
That's-
and damage on the body,
That's crazy.
and also the
Have they been
vehicle
super
stuff.
transparent about that
Yeah,
stuff? Okay, good.
they've got like silhouettes of bodies, and they're like, this does 120% damage in the head with this type of gun. If you hit him in the hand, it's like 30%. You know, like in terms of just like what the modifiers they're making to the bullet damage and stuff. So they are kind of being out there about a lot of that stuff.
That's great.
But it's all they have localized damage. Like I guess if you're peeking behind the wall, especially
Yeah.
like first person.
Yeah.
stuff.
So
It's
if you
like
hit
Soldier
somebody
of
in the
Fortune.
arm, it's not the same as hitting them in the chest
Right.
and hitting them in the leg and stuff like that.
Oh, it's a fun game.
How you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, I feel like I'm almost done with that. Samus Returns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Down to what I think are my final 3 Metroid monsters.
Mm-hmm. The MMs. That's the other M.
Metroid monsters. Yeah. They.
Other.
So you finished it right there.
Other
Yeah,
MM.
yeah, 100% of it.
I feel like they kind of drag it out a little
Yeah.
bit at the end there. Like I'm a little, almost walking away from the job. Like Samus is almost just like I'll just take my money so far and walk away. Like the way they gate off areas is like, oh, okay, find 8 Metroid and defeat them. then like, okay, find 5 Metroid and feed them. Now it's like, find one.
They're bigger ones though.
They are
They're
bigger,
tougher.
but they're also bosses that you fought before. So it's just like, oh, this boss fight again.
That is what Metroid 2 was.
Yeah.
Was hunting down these Metroids.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a remake of that game.
but it's
I still think it's a fun game, but it's definitely like, okay, well, we got to do this part again and fight this big boss. Like I was just this morning fighting a boss. I was just like, oh, you again, huh? All right, well, I know this is a 10-minute boss fight, so like, let's see if I can get through it.
You said you haven't played Super Metroid, right?
I had like when it came out.
Oh, okay. You
I
should
haven't
play
played
that
it
now.
since.
It holds up really well.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
It's like the
Because I
best one, maybe.
recently went
Yeah.
back to Super Castlevania, and
Yeah.
Huh.
It's
no,
a
it
lot
wasn't
better
what.
than
Let's just say it wasn't what I remembered.
Oh,
Like
that
I
was
one's
okay.
far
The thing
less
is,
super.
I remember that game being bad then.
Oh, really?
I remember coming away from it going like,
Oh,
I
I remember
never loved
holding
it.
that
Yeah.
whip and just being able to.
Yeah.
Swing the whip
Yeah.
around. There's
Yeah.
that level made out of gold, and
And
you jump
the-
on the treasure, and it flies everywhere.
Yes,
It's
and the
really
level where
awesome.
you like you whip a post and the whole level spins
Yeah.
around you. Like I remember that stuff all being super cool.
Yeah.
And I played it again and was like,
The movement,
It's got-
movement
Mode
isn't
7's
great
real
in that.
cool.
Yeah.
It's got a good
Yeah.
soundtrack.
I
what I'll
don't
say.
Monster Hunter stories. I'll bring in some amiibo for you.
oh, do you, so like, what is the gameplay in that?
sultriest
Gameplay in
thing
that
I've ever heard
is,
you say.
So it's similar to like Yokai Watch
Okay.
recently. So
Pokemon.
it's got a lot of like the catch 'em style games
Uh-huh.
and Pokemon and stuff, but Pokemon's more menu based. But
Okay.
yeah, so you're dealing with like 3 different elements essentially,
Elephants?
and no elements.
Oh,
So it,
elements.
I
okay.
also
In a
was like, what?
in a way, it comes down to like a rock paper scissors. Some attacks will do much better against others, and you can
Okay.
team up with your.
But you're battling your monsters.
No.
Okay.
No, you're fighting alongside your monsters. You're fighting other people and their monsters.
Okay.
So-
Very different.
Yeah, so yeah, and that you're not like, hey, Rathalos, I choose
Okay.
you. It's not like that. So you can do team up attacks. There's also a lot of like gene fusion going on. You can breed these monsters as well and give them different.
Yeah.
It's
Not
fucking-
evolve them.
Not exactly
Gene
evolve
fuse.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's Gene Fusion. It's
Gene
different.
fusion. Well, that's almost like Persona, kind of like you pick where, like, kind of how you want to direct the
Progression.
non-evolution.
Yeah, exactly. You can see, because the evolution grid, as it were, is like 9 different spots, and you can choose like which ones you want to fill in. It's really hard to
I
explain.
want to check it out. When then somebody said Pokemon, and then I was like, I just never
It's
got
not.
into Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like collecting new monsters, it is.
Do you
Combat
have
is
to-
very different.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah. I love the way it looked when you brought it up.
it's
and-
super cute.
Okay.
And the deeper that I go in, like they keep adding layers to it.
I need a game for
Surprisingly.
the plane ride home, so that might be it.
I'm worried it's
You
going to be
can't
like
take my amiibo though.
I'm worried it's
I
going to be
need
like a
those.
gateway drug for my wife to get into Monster Hunter, which
I'm okay
would
with
mean there's
that.
a lot of Monster Hunter happening in my house. So.
Yep, that's well. I mean, World's coming out. You know,
Yeah,
the beta's-
that's the thing.
The
That's-
big Monster Hunter's coming out.
She's
soon.
been asking
Yeah.
questions about it. I think she might be curious. And actually, I'm kind of curious about World. Like, I want to really give
This
it a
seems
shot.
to be the one.
Yeah,
but,
I'm
jumping on
excited.
Yeah,
point.
that's the one to try.
Yeah.
This will be my first foray into Monster Hunter. I think it's a good time.
Let's
Will
all
that
start
have the
Monster
multi-
Hunter Clan.
Will that have the multiplayer stuff too?
For the beta or
No, Monster Hunter. Like, will that be on PS4? Like, would I be able to play with my wife online? Because I know like multiplayer is a big part of Monster Hunter. I've never done
Yeah,
that.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not-
online. It's
oh,
got-
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I don't
All
think
right,
it's
okay.
cross-platform or anything.
Jason,
but-
I'm going to give it a real shot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm down for this.
Okay.
I don't want to be held responsible or anything.
I might have questions for you.
I
Okay, I'm
predict,
happy to
I
answer.
predict you're not going to like it.
I tried
That's my-
on
that's-
3DS.
Do you like the Souls games?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
I-
like I know the combat
Yeah.
is very deliberate and looking for attacks and stuff, but it was just way too many talking cats. I remember.
Okay.
Like at
Still-
the beginning,
that's still
explaining
there.
like
Yeah,
menus
there's-
to me.
there's some
and
talking
explaining
cats.
what's in my backpack and what's in my treasure chest, and everything was very confusing and long-winded. So if this new one is kind of streamlined,
And
if
Dan
I can
has
just-
no tolerance for
Yeah.
long-winded, confusing things in video games.
No, not at all.
I like the name of our new series, Jason. I'm gonna give it a real shot. Starring Dan.
Set the debut. Okay.
Yeah, I would say I need a new game. I do have all the Phoenix Wright games.
Oh, yeah.
on my 3DS. And
Ooh.
I've been kind of like, I think maybe that's why I'm feeling like Metroid's dragging a bit.
Those
'cause it's
first
just
3
like,
games are a pretty good trilogy. Like they resolve stuff in the third one that is brought up in the first one in
I
a
can't
really
remember
cool
if I
way.
made it through the third one.
It's the last case. That's the one with Godot, who's the lawyer with the visor and the white shock of hair, and he's always drinking coffee.
I think I did finish it.
Okay.
Okay. So then, then there's the Apollo.
Then it kind
and-
of sets on a new arc with
Yeah.
Apollo and all
Okay.
them.
Yeah,
Is
so
there
I
like a
have.
sale on them?
There was a Christmas sale on,
I wish I knew.
sorry, not a Thanksgiving sale.
Right.
What do they call that? The
Black Friday.
Dark Friday. Yeah. Dark Friday. Doom Friday. Yeah. So I got them during that.
Did you get any Echo Dots?
No.
I got a.
They're kind of fun to play.
Yeah,
I had a buddy who
they're-
had one, and they made it make dog sounds and cat sounds.
I got one of the
told you
Google
jokes?
Home Minis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a
Oh,
good
yeah, those
joke.
look cool.
What'd you
Yeah, one of the Google Home Minis.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because my wife just constantly she'll have something pop into her head, so she'll ask me about it, and I have absolutely no idea. But now she's found a new friend.
You should just teach that thing that its name is Jason, and then you can skip the
Oh,
middleman.
yeah.
Yep.
Just go direct there.
It was like turning on a bunch in his house, though, which I thought was just like we were having a kind of a serious conversation, and like just was like, I don't know that.
Yeah,
Like, you got to unplug that thing.
I can't do it. I cannot have an
It's
always on
also
listening
hears
device
you,
in my
yeah,
house.
all the time, which is kind of
Always
scary.
listening.
The reason it's
Also-
happening a lot to your friend is because he has it set to computer
does
for the
have it
wake
set
up
to
word.
computer, yeah.
Whereas if you set it to Alexa, like it rarely triggers.
Also-
Unless I'm watching Raw and like Alexa Bliss is having a match. then
Also, I understand that Amazon archives everything you ever ask it.
I've heard that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they're blowing these things out. Like they're now like 30 bucks now.
Every room. Go in every room.
They're kind of fun. They were
Yeah.
fun. They were fun.
I totally believe it.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm never.
They're scary
never.
as
It
hell.
seems fun, but also no thank you.
Although
the nefarious purposes that underlie the fun are way too obvious.
Like I say that, but also I have Siri turned on my iPhone, which means it's recording everything.
yeah,
I'm
like
saying
I turn
also.
it
Yeah,
off.
but can you go to a website and look up everything you've ever asked Siri?
No, which is a little scarier. I think.
Yeah.
I want to buy a house just so I have an excuse to get more Alexas.
All right, we have to go to break. I can't do this
You should
anymore.
bring one, put it in the office, and tie it to your account.
Oh, wait, no. Well,
Yeah,
I'll have to do it.
definitely
No,
do that. Yeah,
if I'll
go
put the
break.
pin code on. If I put the pin code on, then you can't buy stuff. So then it's fine.
We'll be right back.
All right, time for our annual check-in here. Small businessman, or should I call you big businessman? I guess that's what we're here to check. How has the business been going?
Big business, but still small businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you're a small businessman in a big business.
What have you read? Do you read the papers? Don't read the papers. It's big business all around. Small businessman making big business.
Okay, all right. Well, big business sounds good.
Don't read the trades.
Are you saying I should? You're making it sound like I should definitely read the trades.
Don't go online.
All right, are you in trouble?
No, I'm fine.
All right, just blink at me twice if you're in trouble, and then we can figure
Listen,
out.
if I can get my story out there, if there's a way for me to put up my story out there about why the world needs this small businessman, I would be very happy. Unfortunately, printing a zine is very expensive.
Printing a zine is very expensive, but you know what isn't? Creating a website.
Well, I don't know what that is.
A website's like a zine, but it's digital. It's like an e-zine.
It's too expensive.
No, that's just the thing. It doesn't have to be expensive because you could use Squarespace.
Well, that sounds like very complicated.
It is not. With Squarespace, you can use beautiful templates that have been created by a world-class designer. They've done all the work for you. All you have to do is get in there and showcase your work or your blog, publish your content. You can even sell products or services.
Wait, so you said I can get in there?
You can get in there.
I can get in there?
You can get in there with Squarespace.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they make it easy. You can customize everything from the look and feel to the settings, products. It's all optimized for mobile. So if you want to get in there,
I need to get in there.
if you want to get in their phones,
Oh, well?
you can get in there too.
Like their mobile phones?
Mobile phones.
Oh, my gosh.
You could be on phones. You could be on tablets.
People can hear my business story on the go.
Exactly.
Oh,
While
man.
they're on the go doing their business, they could be learning more about yours. Maybe you could do some business-to-business transactions.
A B2B?
A B2B.
I would like to be in a B2B.
Well, you're in luck because Squarespace is just the beginning. It's so versatile. You could be selling to businesses, you could be selling to individual people. It just doesn't matter. You could be selling to literally anyone.
Well, this all sounds well and good, but if there's one thing I've learned from being a small businessman in a big business world, I'm going to need a little incentive.
All right. Okay.
What can you do? How can you put me in this Squarespace
I'm going to
today?
put you into this Squarespace. Look, my manager doesn't like it when I do this, okay? But I'm willing to offer you
Okay.
a 10% discount off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Honey, I don't know.
10%. And all you have to do is use the offer code BOMBCAST.
Oh, this sounds a little too good to be true.
Hey, it's not. Just don't tell my manager that we're doing this, okay? If my manager finds out that we're doing this, I am in heated hot water.
Have you ever thought about joining a small business? You're pretty good at this.
No,
Okay.
no, definitely not. I wouldn't want to get out there. It's too cutthroat.
It is really rough out there.
It's too business eat business.
But I can't wait to get in there and get my business on the mobile web.
We're going to get in there. You're going to be able to look at analytics in real time to watch yourself grow. It's easy.
I'm very excited.
And you're going to get a deal.
It's going to be beautiful.
You're going to build it beautiful. Did you know that a dream is just a great idea that doesn't have a website yet?
No. Is that Aesop Rock?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
an Aesop Rock cut off his album, Make It a Reality with Squarespace.
Okay.
Head to squarespace.com. You can get a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BOMBCAST and you'll save that 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Fantastic.
That's squarespace.com, offer code BOMBCAST.
Jeff, I understand you've been boning up on some VR stuff.
Been boning,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Excuse
right.
me?
Definitely.
Jeff, I understand you've been boning.
Yeah.
In hell?
Yeah, it's been going great.
Congratulations.
Good for
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Finally, it's been.
I know. Yeah. There's a cream. No. Yeah, this Doom VFR thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We played it on the show on Friday, and it's been we played the intro to it, and I just found it to be absolutely terrible.
Huh.
Like just a real
Okay.
bad use of the Doom assets,
Yeah.
and just the whole feel of it felt wrong. They try to do the glory kill thing from Doom, but it's like you're just kind of using standard VR teleport movement to teleport to a thing.
and they just kind of blow up.
Yeah, they just kind of blow up. You don't see the animation of the guy getting torn, which in VR might be weird if you saw hands that were not your hands, because you do control hands.
That's true.
And
What if you had like analog control as your like?
yeah, I think
Rip
you
it.
could do that if you like
Yeah.
get close to a guy and actually do the glory kill.
Yeah.
You could rip and tear.
Yeah, if you can
Yeah.
do the ripping and tearing on yourself or on your own. Again, there's a cream for rip and tearing yourself. And I thought it was awful.
It didn't look like you were enjoying it.
How much new stuff is in there? Is it just everything?
It was
out
like
of Doom?
it was like a new training area.
Okay.
And
I think I saw that at
and then
E3.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
they
repurposed.
They like have you put the suit on or
You're
whatever.
like not you're not the
Okay.
Doom Marine.
Okay.
Yeah, there's dialogue. Yeah, it's
Game starts to an elevator, basically being attacked, and then you become a ghost,
Huh.
and
Yeah.
you're put into a body, and they're like, nobody's
I
done this
couldn't
since
really.
Hayden. Yeah, since Hayden.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't really hear any of the speech so well, so I didn't really pick up on the story.
I'm pretty
stuff,
sure the
but-
corpse that's hanging in front of you is you,
Okay.
like on that like meat hook.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just like what, an arcade mode? You're just killing stuff for points.
Well, it seemed like
Or-
it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I could barely get out of the training area just because it just felt so bad. And yeah, it's been interesting having that experience with it, then going out there and looking, what are people saying about Doom VFR? And people are like, it's revolutionary. It's the most amazing thing.
What?
And it's just like, fucking what the hell? Like, are people so desperate for a big name in VR that they're just like, this is incredible?
Yeah.
I guess some of the stuff on PC, or even I guess if you're not using the hand controllers, you actually can do smooth movement,
Huh.
No.
which we didn't do. We used the hand controllers because it's that's what it says the type of game.
Oh,
it is.
yeah, if you have
I
a
shoot
controller?
guns with it. Yeah.
I have found that
Right.
to be an incredibly bad idea in VR before. It is absolutely the closest I have come to feeling like I
Oh,
was
just
gonna
like
throw it.
actual like walking
using
around
a controller.
stick.
What was that game that they launched the PSVR with? It was that horror game.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
I forget the name of it, but yeah, you
Knack.
could walk around. You can yes, it was
Okay.
Knack, for sure. Like you could just walk around with a controller like it was a first-person game, and I seriously thought I was going to throw.
I've
it.
had mixed results with it. There have definitely been some games that do it fine. Like Farpoint lets
Yeah,
you
it
do
was
it
better.
and it's better. Like the thing that I remember them saying they had hit upon was if you make the scale of the world really large, it'll feel like you're moving fast, even though you're technically really moving slowly enough to where you won't get sick.
Yeah.
But it still has a sense of speed to it.
RE does.
I think so.
actual
I
movement.
didn't
Yeah.
get nauseous in RE.
Yeah.
I
It
had
was,
to
like,
turn
fun.
on the like 8-way thing.
Yeah,
at a
does
certain
it
point.
do that?
It does do the
jerky-
like
jerky-
flicker thing
yeah,
every
yeah,
time
yeah.
you turn your head, but
Yeah.
like walking around, You walk
Yeah,
around.
I'm talking about doing the smooth turning on a
Oh.
controller. Like that's just instant.
I
that's a
turned that
recipe
up.
for like I start feeling
If you're
flushed. Like,
doing
you feel like
turning on a controller, that definitely like
Oh,
I
like
played
camera control
like
on a
literally
controller?
playing it as if it was
Oh,
a standard first-person
Yep.
shooter. Like
Yeah.
that's a terrible idea. It's
Yeah.
bad.
that stuff can be a little much. But I think it depends on from game to game. Like I played a fair amount of Minecraft in VR, and
Oh, wow.
and it has options for turning on the smooth movement stuff, and I didn't really have any trouble with it there.
Did you build a cool base?
I built a cool. Put a house and then put a door on it and then hid in there at night.
What's it
Nice.
like going straight down a hole in VR?
You just keep going. It's just dark. You just keep going down.
That's VR in general,
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, you just keep going down.
Were creepers extra creepy?
No, not really.
Okay,
They
cool.
were all up in your face, and you're just like, that's
They were like,
crazy. Yeah,
or whatever
you're
the
like,
sound they make
yeah,
is.
yeah.
What is that on? Is that Oculus?
Yeah. Well, it's just
probably
on
on
Windows.
everything,
Yeah,
like
you can
Minecraft
kind
VR.
of do it, whatever. Like all that stuff kind of goes everywhere. Like even, I guess even Doom when it launched, it wouldn't work on Oculus stuff, and people were like, "Oh, Bethesda and Oculus don't like each other." But then there was a Steam VR update that apparently just made it work. So maybe that's not that big a deal. I mean, it's a fairly open standard at this point.
Sure.
So it's kind of not that big of a deal.
So there is a smooth option for Doom VFR, but like you can't play actual Doom.
No,
with-
it
there's
is
not like an
it is
update.
a,
or
it is a
anything.
different game. It's
yeah,
not,
but I mean, there's
yeah.
not like an update, like because they got the tech together
It's
for
a,
that.
no,
like-
it's a totally different
Okay,
game.
gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that because people are raving so much about it, like I was like, oh, should I spend some more time with this and see what people are talking about? Because boy, this seems like fucking trash.
When I played at E3, they just threw me into a random level, and like I got my head around it. It
Yeah.
didn't seem terrible. It just seemed
It's
very
just like
simple.
yeah, it's just like you can teleport, you can dash, and you
Yeah.
can aim guns and shoot
Yeah.
and throw grenades with your offhand.
Yeah. Like it worked.
And-
it just wasn't super.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Like in a world where there are so many games like that, in terms of just like, oh, check it out, you got a gun in VR. Like that one just seemed. I mean, as someone who really enjoyed regular Doom,
Like if it didn't have the Doom license, you would just be like, this is just some
this is
fucking
just like
VR.
fucking whatever.
Shooting gallery kind of thing.
Yeah, so I was pretty. The reaction to that was really weird to me because it was definitely a case of like I came out of it going like, oh man, I bet people are tearing this game a new one. Like, oh no, it's the greatest. I'm like, what?
Have you played any Skyrim VR?
No, it's only on PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
I just don't have
We
one of
need
those.
to do a PSVR roundup sometime.
Have
Yeah.
you done any bar fight VR?
Yeah.
Okay.
A
How's
little
that?
drunken bar fight
Drunken
VR.
bar fight?
That's just a quality experience. Is what that is. Honestly, like that game is janky and broken, but it's the thing. They're doing a lot of the things that you want VR to do. Like you want a logic to it. You want their it gets closer to a human reality of like I can grab this thing. And then so if they render this cup and these pens on a table and I can't I can't do that.
That pretty much echoed the experience. of Drunken Bar
and
Fight.
knock that thing over, then
Yeah.
like that doesn't feel right. That takes you out of the experience. It kind of ruins it a little bit. So
You want to be able to pick up that beer bottle and hit that guy. with it.
exactly,
Or that
And-
makes
Or
yeah.
Or that whip.
And so that game does more of what I want VR to do, even though it's a broken piece of weird trash that we also played on UPF last week. That I had a much better time with that than
That was
Doom.
fun.
It's a good spectator experience. Too.
Yeah. It
made
Because
me
we
feel
get
a
third
little
person.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the third person camera is
yeah.
hilarious. It's so bad.
I found it genuinely overwhelming though when there are like 6 huge dudes like right on top
Well,
of me.
so yeah, we hadn't properly calibrated the
We've all been
floor
there.
when you put it on.
I
and-
know. I think I watched a little bit of like me, like the third person view of mine, and like my character's legs were so bent. Like I think I was supposed to be like a foot taller.
Yeah. We fixed that at least. So yeah, it's good. It's good to like we went a good long time here without having a functional Vive, so it's nice to have that kind of back, and maybe we'll be able to check out some more of that
Yeehaw.
stuff and
VR's
kind
fun.
of catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know, like I haven't like all the games are out, so
Yeah.
I took it upon myself to set up a home theater.
Oh,
Nice.
In my office. I had that stuff set up in my bedroom, and I'm not really playing games in there
best
anymore.
home theater.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I need to move all that stuff over, and then immediately realized like, oh, this means like I would need to get a new receiver and all this other stuff because now it's 4K and HDR and all this other stuff. So that's like
Speakers are fine though, right?
Speakers are totally fine.
Yeah.
I over invested in some nice ass speakers like some years ago that were getting like no use. So it was like
5.1, 7.1?
5.1.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like this sunk cost of like, well, I already spent all these expensive speakers, and then there was a decent Black Friday deal on a Denon receiver. So I was like, well, if I only had to spend this amount of money to get this thing back together, I guess I could do that. And then it turned into, well, I don't have enough shelf space for this receiver, so I guess I need to move the entertainment center that I have in the bedroom out and then move this entertainment center that's in the office over to the bedroom. And it became this like day-long project of me fucking destroying my body, moving fucking heavy shit by myself like an idiot. But I got it done. Whatever. It was nice it felt good to, like, okay, I still can fucking strip wires, like get the bare wires out of the speaker wire without the proper tool for doing so.
Oh, your teeth.
I used just a knife.
Yeah, I usually
like,
just use a knife.
I was just like holding the fucking cable on my thumb and then cutting towards my finger. Going, this is the worst
That's
way
exactly
to do
how I
this.
do it.
At some point, I found in my life that I do not recommend this as a choking hazard and very bad for your teeth. But I found the gap between my two front teeth and my bottom teeth.
Oh, really?
Exactly. Is like 18 gauge.
Yep.
Like,
Okay.
like
Got a perfect spot right here.
Yeah, that is like. Yep. Okay. The insulation comes right off that.
Maybe I'll try that next
Abby,
time.
which tooth gap do you use to strip wire?
Bat in the back. Molars.
Yeah,
Molars,
smart,
yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
More of a grinding than cutting.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah. Grind that
I
rubber.
do not recommend that for anybody.
Man, you guys are living the dream.
Wiring houses.
The home, dude. I would wire all day long if I owned my walls.
I've got no shared walls.
That's such a sad cyberpunk thing you just said.
Totally. Like I was talking to Vinny about wall mounting his TV the other day, and you were talking about like putting an HDMI backplate in.
Yeah,
I was like, all right,
take my old one off,
you own
spackle
the wall, so you
yeah.
can do whatever the fuck you want to it.
Yeah.
Every month or so, I like rewire my computer area just cause.
So that's the part. That's the part where I'm like, man, I wish I could pay someone to come in and do this.
I love doing that stuff.
The right way.
You could pay him.
Because, dude, like I've got it's a closet that I've taken the doors off of, and the entertainment center is sitting in there with the TV on it, speakers on either side of it, and then there's at the top of the closet there's a shelf up there. So I've got like a bunch of like empty boxes for consoles and shit like that up there, but also my router, the hard drive that's hooked up to the router, a network, a device that sniffs the network for threats, my fucking VoIP box. All of it sitting right there, all of the power going down to the floor. So it's just like these heavy duty extension cables
like a cascade
there's this cascade of falling wires down there, and the
Oh.
power situation is a fucking wreck. And
Let me at it.
as I was doing it, I was like, I should really take the time to wire this right and maybe staple some of these wires to the wall. And then I was like, I want this to be done so I can make the subwoofer go boom. And then just fucking wired it all up and said, fuck this.
What'd you test it with?
What's your reference material?
My reference
Bad Boys
material.
2?
No, my reference material was taking the tip of the cable plugged into the subwoofer that was not plugged in and tapping it to metal.
Oh boy,
That'll work.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
that shit thumps.
Oh man.
But then I hooked it up and played some games and found that like I just don't feel like there are that many games hitting the subwoofer as hard as I want them to hit the subwoofer.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I need to like adjust crossover stuff or whatever to get those frequencies.
Just turn up that LFE.
You really
Yeah.
want that bounce?
Well,
huh?
I've got that turned up.
Yeah.
It's really just a case of like like playing Call of Duty and some of this other stuff. I was like, oh, this is here. I'll just run this. Wasn't doing it. Base wise,
man.
and I was kind of disappointed a little bit with some video games.
You sure your PC is putting out 5.1?
I don't have the PC hooked up to it at all.
Oh, so it's just the
It's
console?
just consoles.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, the
Maybe-
consoles are definitely doing 5.1.
yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
that heavy low end is just out of fashion right now.
I guess so.
Just
I
the way
don't know,
they mix it.
man. I just want that.
You want that
right.
dynamic.
That's
you want-
right.
You want to know
Yeah.
it. You want to feel it when
right.
you need to feel
Exactly.
it.
Well, I mean, we came of age in the late '90s Heat era when the bass was all that mattered.
So my
Yeah.
Cliff speakers, the like 2.1, those like pro media speakers I've had forever, has a volume and then subwoofer knob on it, and I got real spoiled on like paper clips dropping would like rattle the apartment. So like when I got like a different sound system, I had kind of a similar thing of like, with this person's walking, how come I don't feel their
Feel it,
footsteps? But then like a door slammed and because I had turned all the way
Yeah,
up and
nice.
like shook the house, and then to hear from upstairs like, Dad, Dad.
So Creative Labs sent me a
Internal
sound
card,
bar.
right?
They
it's a
sent like
sound
a katana. It's like a sound bar and a subwoofer. And I hooked that up to try that out. And it'll USB in direct, but since I got a sound card and I want to try the sound card, I'm running optical because like
Why not?
maybe a little weird. And set that stuff up, and it had a subwoofer, and I was very excited. Like, oh, I have a subwoofer on my PC for the first time in a lot of years, and it just doesn't do anything. It's not like
They've taken away. They've stolen our thunder.
I almost wanted to yank that stuff out and go back to like the old Iowa bookshelf speakers I had hooked up. I'm like, I think actually there's a slightly better bass response out of these.
Lab media, lab tech, those like white ones that everybody had for a while that were like
terrible.
That are all now.
I've got Cambridge Soundworks cubes from 1999 on my desk.
I want to get a fucking bazooka tube out of a mini truck and hook it up, and then I want a ported box, isobaric chamber, fucking two 15-inch fucking subs, 800 watts each.
Just turn one of your rooms into a
bass
sub.
room. Yeah.
That would
A
just
ported
just
room.
Cut a hole at the end and
There
turn
you
it into
go.
a bass tube.
Sealed enclosure.
You have any windows in the room?
Yeah.
Do you do blackout drapes or anything? Or?
Yeah, I've got pretty
good.
thick drapes on it.
Not anymore. Not since that new sound system. Am I right?
right.
Boom. Just plywood over those windows.
I'll actually leave it open a lot of the time. Like there is
really?
some glare that'll come in at certain times of the day, but it's on the side of the house that you can get away with having that open and still see the TV and stuff.
Lucky.
And also, I like to open the window and let the neighbors know.
Yep.
Who runs the street?
That's
Basically,
right.
it's not them.
That's right.
It's not their fucking kids out there playing basketball in clearly their bedclothes. These kids look like they rolled the fuck out of bed and went outside to play some fucking basketball.
No decorum on that street
and
whatsoever.
that's fine.
Ball's life, Jeff. You have to be ready to play at any moment.
No, I'm like I don't. But I'm just saying they do not run the street.
In my day, they would put their short shorts on and their tank tops and get out there
and then
like,
come ring my fucking doorbell for a while
and then run away.
So my security. I'll show you the images from my camera.
Are they coming? They ring and run?
Not in a long time.
Yeah,
but
right.
I
They
thought about printing out a picture because I saved a clip of the kid doing it. And I was like, I thought about printing out a picture of the kid ringing the doorbell and just taping it to the doorbell.
Yeah,
And then,
that's
or,
you.
or like going to their house, taping it, ringing the doorbell, and running
Oh,
away.
that'd be really good. If I knew what house that kid came from,
Oh, that would
actually
be kind of creepy though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
It'd be
I mean,
creepy
every
because
step
you'd
of
get more
this
trouble.
is
It would be
creepy.
creepy because like fucking like someone would open the door and see me going hauling ass away from the house like a fucking
Yeah, dropping these like weird,
suck it, motherfuckers.
dropping these like weird candid pictures of a kid.
Right? Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I think the creepiness starts at him printing out a picture of a child that's not his.
And putting it on his door.
In today's America, that's apparently totally fine. So I'm not really worried about it.
Okay.
Brad, what else you got?
On that note,
New
segue. Mega Man 11 tops the news this week.
Oh.
Discuss.
That looks all right.
They announced Mega Man 11.
They announced a bunch of stuff, right? It was an X collection.
There it is.
Oh.
No, I'm ready.
Now I can
Now we can
discuss.
talk about it.
Yeah, X Collection and
So-
11.
Legacy Collection
Which
1
are, like,
2
those
coming
are the
to
two
Switch.
things we guessed. Like,
Yeah.
like before that thing, you were like, "What do you think it is?" And I said, "X Collection," and you were like, "Maybe it's Mega Man 11."
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Totally both of those.
So the article I pulled off Kotaku says it's not actually a collection.
What?
What?
Yeah, they updated their dude, I can't.
It's almost like we've
you've used
been
all the
recording
words.
like
I have
40 hours of fucking podcast.
I can only
in here.
say so many words a week, and I've said all
Yes.
of mine yesterday. Let me just read this update. They updated their story, which says an earlier version of this article said that the release would be a Mega Man X collection, but a more careful look at Capcom's language suggests that the games may be
Filthy
released
language.
separately.
All right, really?
Yeah.
Some of those are
Really?
PS2 games, and they're they're
But they
bigger.
had an
So-
X collection at some
No.
point.
They did,
Yeah, but it was
on PS2.
It
PS2
wasn't
GameCube.
all 8 of them,
right,
or
it was
whatever.
6,
It was
I think.
6
and
of them.
2 of the unnumbered ones, I thought.
Yeah, and then that racing game.
Yeah.
Is that Mega Man Soccer?
No.
Does that article say anything about like remastering or just pure port?
It does not.
They showed. Didn't they show like gameplay from them as the old gameplay, which would imply I think that they're not
They're just porting it over.
I wonder if they would take like the SNES games and collect those, but then the games that are PS2 games
Those were not great ones.
would yeah, none of them are.
Yeah, you only want X and X2.
Those 2 legacy collections are coming to Switch, though. They also announced
Yeah.
that.
The previous Legacy
Yeah,
collections.
the
are
first
still-
two.
that's what it.
The
Okay.
first 2.
I wish
Yeah.
they would unify those in one new collection. I
Yeah,
understand
is
it's a
it,
lot of work.
Legends collection coming to Switch as well?
What was the cutoff?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Legends? No,
No,
Legacy
Legacy.
Collection.
Oh, Legacy.
Yeah, the first collection is like 1 through 6, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And then the second one is
10.
what?
Seven
It's
to 10.
the first one is just the NES games, and the second one is 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the X games, don't think I've played.
I love the X
I've
games.
played the first X game when it came out, but like they don't quite play the same, right? Like,
No, you got like a
Yeah.
dash, and you can do this like
Do a
wall
slide.
thing, sliding
Yeah.
down the walls. Like,
X-
I think they're really good.
X2
I
is,
like
is
them a
one of
lot.
the best Mega Man games.
but also just like doesn't the basic movement and stuff is not quite the same.
It feels a little more
It's a little-
floaty.
yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
say floaty?
It's a
No.
yeah, a little.
I don't.
It's a little less precise.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Punishing. It's a little less punishing.
A little bit, yeah.
You have more air control to a degree.
and the dash helps and the wall stuff.
You get a
know,
fucking
sure.
Hadouken.
You do.
Yeah.
So what are the
You
zero?
die
that's
8
amazing.
times.
What are the ones you play as Zero in?
those
That's
are
Mega Man Zero
those are
and
portable.
Okay, those are all portable.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they were like
those are
DS and GBA games.
Okay.
The
ZX.
Zeros, the Battle Networks, ZX.
Battle Networks
Networks
were good.
were really
Yeah,
good.
those are
One,
good
I only
games.
played 1 and 2,
Yeah.
but I 100% in number 1. Fight Dark Base.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah.
trying to get.
That's what Justin.
Yeah, I want the darkest fucking base I can throw for blocks. I want the neighbor that moved in behind me with all his fucking contractor business trucks
to
to
regret it.
fucking know.
To
To regret it. Absolutely.
Remember
yeah.
the like math teacher boss whose little Mega Man robot looks like a gumball machine?
Yeah.
And you had to do a math puzzle.
Those games were way better. That whole announcement, they were like, tune in and watch the fun. Like they pre-promoted it in a way that you're like, oh, are
What if
they
they just had like $100? It's the Mega Man collection. You got 1
Oh,
through
man.
1 through 10, X through X6, soccer.
Every
like,
game with Mega
Legacy-
Man in
yeah,
the title.
Like the
Marvel
main
versus
line Mega,
Capcom.
like 25 Mega Man games.
those 2 arcade games?
Oh
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because why not
Yeah,
at that
sure.
point?
Yeah, but
Sell it
then
in
they
the
could
big
sell.
E-tank.
They could.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. They could sell each one for $10.
Yeah, if
and
they
then-
sell all these X's piecemeal, that's not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I wonder how that'll go. I don't know. I don't know what I want from Mega Man anymore. But
How about an
not-
11th Mega Man?
No,
I'm
like-
interested in 11.
Yeah,
I think the look, like they've changed the look of
okay.
it. Well, you know, like Mega Man 10 was just like, here's the NES graphics again.
Yeah.
So they're redrawing everything, or I guess it's polygonal now, right?
Yeah,
I hope they
Yeah,
take some.
I mean, it's there's a weird hand drawn like style to it in
Yeah.
some spots, like especially in the backgrounds. It looks like
I haven't
that.
seen
So
it in motion. I've only seen screenshots.
So it looks a little, like, so Mega Man looks, very much just like 3D. I don't like the look of him that much, but some of the enemies and stuff, they look kind of like 3D cell shaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it looked all right. I don't
yeah,
know.
it looks
It's
okay.
fine.
like
It's
tentatively.
it's not super inspired.
I was
I
thinking
think they
about
need
it.
to change it. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, like, what would I want out of Mega Man right now? And, like, you know, I like the X games and everything, but 9 and 10 I thought were great, but 9 was that, like, novelty thing of, like, oh, this is like playing an NES game on my Xbox 360. And then they did 10. It's like, okay, well, the novelty value's gone, but, you know, it's still a good Mega Man game.
and then also like a zillion other developers did that type of, you know, like they made their
course.
own NES game,
Yeah, totally.
NES looking games for those platforms.
Yeah, so like I think what they're doing with 11 is probably what I want is like the old style of
Yeah.
2D, you know, boss fights and everything. And
I
just
hope
with
it-
the
I
new
hope
look.
they learn. I hope they pick up some stuff from
Sonic
Mighty Gun.
Mania.
Yeah. Do you
I
think
was
they?
gonna say Mighty Gun Volt Burst.
Oh.
Because
yeah.
that came out recently, and I thought that was
That
way
game's pretty good, man.
way better
Holy
than
shit.
most of the modern Mega Man stuff I've played since like 9 for the first time.
I was going to mention the other mighty.
No. We don't
Well,
talk about
no,
that.
do
Do
you-
not invoke.
I mean,
that.
Do you think they looked at the fervor around that game and they're like, well, that thing whiffed. Like, we could do that better?
Sure, I think
That's what
that weighs
that's
into
what
it.
this looks like. Is
Because
just
mean, would
that
they
was
want
one
it
of
to
the
look like that?
highest anticipated
Yeah.
Kickstarter games
Totally.
ever.
totally.
Maybe they had done 9 and 10 like also. So
Yeah, but
like,
this looks kind of like
Yeah,
Number
updated.
9.
I wish
Or
it-
actually, it kind of looks like what Mighty Number 9 was supposed to look like.
Yeah,
to me.
which was
Yeah.
Mighty Gun Volt Burst.
It looks like the text,
Right.
the test footage to me.
I think with like
Did you play that?
the
Mighty Number 9.
Mighty Gun Volt Burst.
Yeah, I did on 3DS.
Okay,
Yeah. I
Uh,
remember thinking it was pretty good.
with the customizable Buster
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was really cool.
Yep.
with like the Cuphead stuff, they should do one that's just like a Saturday morning cartoon style with Mega Man hand
Oh, like
drawn.
the Mega Man cartoon.
With
Yes.
the Mega Man from Captain N.
Oh,
Yeah.
that voice. Yeah, Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Oh God.
That should just be the first boss you fight.
You fight
He's
all-
just drunk.
it's box art. It's Mega Man 1 box
By-
art
yeah.
Mega Man with that voice.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
they were
that'd be
gonna-
amazing.
They were gonna do
I
that
want
thing
that
with Mega
cross
Man.
Tekken model.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was that Mega Man Universe thing where didn't they had the one box art thing in that? Remember the canceled universe?
Yeah. But like box
And
art Mega
he
Man was in Street
in
Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yep.
also.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
what was
really?
Mega Man Universe supposed to be? Was that supposed to be like a Mega Man Maker?
I forgot.
I think it was supposed to be. My understanding was supposed to be some element of like doing your own thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which Mega Man Powered Up kind of had.
Powered
a
Up
little bit
was
of that. Yeah, Powered Up's all right.
And
It's all right.
Maverick Hunter X, that was good.
Can you still download Mega Man Maker?
I don't think
Probably.
it got shut down. That thing is neat.
Yeah.
That
Some people have come up with some creative levels. I haven't checked it in a while, but
yeah,
I'd like
same
to.
here.
Is there not to get off topic. There's so many of these fucking games that seem like they could be Mega Man games, but are not. Is there any relation between Mighty Gunvolt Burst and Azure Striker Gunvolt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gunvolt is the character.
Okay. And they're both made by the same people?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the 3DS one, they launched with like 2 separate games. I think one was supposed to be more of a throwback art style, but they were completely different games, if I remember right.
Yeah, so they just put all that out on Switch, is why I asked.
Okay.
The Gunvolt
But
series?
Mighty Gunvolt Burst is just on Switch, right?
I thought so.
Or is that also on 3DS? I can't.
Shit, now I don't
I
remember.
thought we did a quick look at one on 3DS like
Yeah.
3 years ago. or
Okay.
something.
Okay, no. Then Mighty Gunvolt Burst is the new one for Switch only.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And that's good?
It's better than the other.
That's the
yeah.
one I really
Oh,
like.
then I should get that.
try that.
Okay. How
Wait,
much is it?
no,
No?
that Mighty Gunvolt Burst also exists on
That's-
3DS.
On 3DS.
But
yeah.
when did it come out?
It looks like
On
they maybe
3DS.
both
Year
came
or
out at the
two.
same time.
No.
Mighty Gunvolt
Because
Burst
Mighty
was
Gunvolt Burst
this year.
is this year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh,
what
I
I'm
forgot
seeing.
to.
EX, Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
There was a
EX.
regular Mighty Gunvolt in 2014,
Maybe that's
and
the
then
one.
Burst just came out this year.
Okay.
I think.
Anyway,
Mega Man.
Yeah.
they're
He's a
adding like
super
new
fighting
characters
robot.
to that as well.
I guess like good on them for making another Mega Man thing.
That rock
because
power looks cool.
So
Yeah.
many people were like, "Man, why don't you guys make more Mega Man stuff?"
And they said, "Who's that?"
And they're like, "What now?"
What is Mega Man?
He's a super fighting robot.
What is robot? Is Mega Man alive?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Mega Man? Somebody should tell Mega Man the humans are all dead.
Hmm.
Like when we did that Mega Man thing, and it was like, was it Dr. Wily and Dr.
Light.
Dr. Light? They're all gone, right?
You're gonna break
Dr. Light, I think,
Dr.
actually
Light
did.
died.
Light died in
away.
the X
Yeah.
series, right?
You're gonna break
He's-
his little robot heart.
Dr. Light is no
know.
longer with us.
Yeah.
Like my head canon is like Mega Man dies.
Your head
continuously.
canon is like what's the like rock opera?
Tommy.
No, the Mega Man rock opera.
The Proto Man. Like,
The proto. You're looking for like a proto man.
Like, so we've been
yeah.
doing that Mega Man thing with Alex, and each time we do another game, it just gets sadder and sadder because like there are literally no humans. It is just like poor Mega Man just wakes up.
Does he have to finish the game before he can move on?
Yeah.
Oof.
And like Mega Man gets put back to sleep each time.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Is
wakes
this
back
what
up.
Nier is about?
Wake me if you need me.
Basically.
Yeah.
Actually.
Nier has aliens, so it's different. Wait,
Okay.
actually Mega Man has
Mega Man
aliens.
totally
Yeah,
has
definitely,
aliens,
yeah.
yeah.
Mega Man's not wearing stilettos.
Mega Man
That's
7.
right.
That's
That's
Mega
You
Man.
get Stiletto Man's powers, actually.
That's fair.
Secret boss. Yeah. Did I ever explain what happened in the world in any of the other Mega Man games? Like I know it's supposed to like the first one's like Wily made the robots go bad, but like where is everybody?
They're safely
Great.
away from all this.
Yeah, they're in another
Yeah.
city,
Okay.
in another castle.
Yeah. They're away from these horrible fights that happen on the outskirts of town. But they're always in imminent danger from whatever
Mm.
Dr. Wily's up to.
Is Gutsman a good guy now?
Never.
No.
'Cause I feel like
He's a boss.
he's helped at Mega Man.
Has he?
Doesn't he help him in?
Are you thinking Battle Network? Because Battle
Yeah.
Network, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
really?
Maybe
Maybe it's
that's what I
that.
was thinking of.
Yeah.
He's one of your friends' robots.
Right. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't know what they're fighting. I just don't know what he's fighting for anymore.
Neither does he.
I know. It's like really kind of tears me up a little bit.
Take the helmet off.
What am I fighting
It's just
for?
robots fighting other robots locked into an endless cycle of violence and hatred.
So yeah. Oh, this is near.
It's just, all right, the themes play through. Okay. Got it. Now I understand it.
Yep.
I need to play Drakengard. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you play
now I
Dragon Guard, you'll understand Mega
Okay.
Man a lot more. I just, I guess like these announcements seem fine, but
Yeah.
it underscored the part where I don't know what I want out of Mega Man anymore, and maybe I don't necessarily want anything out of Mega Man
Like
anymore.
if it's just 8 bosses and the standard thing, but with new graphics, is that enough?
I think that's what I
don't know.
want.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's
I'll,
like 10 or
I'll
15
happily take a
bucks,
look at it.
then
Like
yeah,
I don't
sure.
care about any of the Mega Man X games. I never have.
Yeah.
But like I'll at least look at Mega Man 11 as someone who tried to play 9 and thought it was fucked, and then skipped 10 because of 9.
Was it 9 or 10 that had that really good soundtrack?
I think Nines was really good.
I remember one of those soundtracks.
You think of Mega Man 2?
It was like the Electric Sheep Man.
Yeah.
2 is good.
Do you remember the baseball man?
Yeah.
Strike Man?
Strike Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Strike Man.
They're so
Cross
bad.
it.
It's
It's
great.
so bad.
His
gotta-
level was
You have to
sucks,
cross
but
Strike Man's
Oh,
picket
yeah.
lines, and you become Scab Man.
you got scab power.
Yeah. You got fired as soon as the strike ended.
Yeah, get equipped with lower wages.
Oh boy.
You just make an inflatable rat that runs across the stream.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
There you go. I don't know if I want to talk about this, but I feel like we have
boy.
to. EA has made a bunch of changes to the Battlefront economy.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
did they?
Yes.
Did they sound good or no?
It's all increases across the board to in-game rewards. Let's see. They've tripled the amount of credits you can earn per day from the arcade mode.
There's a limit to that?
there is.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Apparently, it was
You know
pretty-
why.
You know why?
Yeah, apparently, it was pretty low. And now it's a little bit higher. They've increased the amount of crafting parts that come out of the daily crate.
Okay.
And they have increased the amount of rewards that you get after a multiplayer.
Do we have ads for Daily Crate?
No. We did not approve them as an advertiser.
I mean, I guess the crafting things are the things you want to make the power-ups you want.
No,
right?
what? Well, yes, but what you want is like a meaningful, well thought out progression through the leveling.
I mean,
that gets you the items in a sensible order, or occasionally gives you some freedom around that. Not, hey, we gutted this system and now we're just like bolting on number changes to try to patch it up.
Like all it does is speed up a system that people don't like using.
It's not a good. Yeah, it's a bad system, and getting through it faster is fine because it helps you get through a bad system more quickly.
I played a little bit over the weekend and had enough currency to buy my first 2 crates, and I bought them, and I got 3 different cards for the same class. Like 3 different cards that all go in the same slot. So I got 3 things. And
but not
only
dupes, but you have to use one.
different abilities,
Yeah.
but because I don't have enough cards for that character class.
That's good though,
I only
because
have 1 slot.
that raises the card level for that class,
Right.
and then
And
that makes it so you
eventually-
theoretically could get the second slot
eventually
open,
I'll open
and
up
then
another
you could get the
slot.
third slot open, and you can also, you need to get a higher card level if you want to craft the higher level cards.
Maybe I
I
just
mean,
won't play anymore.
that's
Yeah, just
maybe
don't play
actually the
Battlefront.
smart answer. Is at
but
some point,
Star
no matter
Wars.
how much they change that aspect of the game, it's still unlocking things for the game that is not worth playing.
Yeah. I liked the first game quite a bit, and I was not prepared for how annoying all that stuff is.
It's terrible.
The progression.
What's
stuff.
that? What's the general tone out there? People liking it? People that are in the Battlefront?
I've looked at that
I don't know.
subreddit and people seem to not like it. at
Well,
all.
you definitely see some people that are just like, I don't get what all the trouble is. I like it a lot. In a very like contrary kind of way. But yeah, I
I
don't
have
know.
a hard time believing that about the internet. So.
Yeah, weird. But yeah, I
I
don't.
think the internet's just fine.
That's right.
Actually, I mean, it's totally okay. I don't know if it's
Zero problems.
Yeah, it's.
I've been on it all day.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure that there are people playing it because they bought it.
Like,
and what are they going to do?
I wonder
other than
how it
convince
did
themselves that they like the bad game they bought.
I wonder how it did sell and like what their
My understanding is that the sales were like
below expectation.
Okay. That they were not going in the right direction. Then you had like the CFO was out there like yesterday or today talking about. I saw GamesIndustry.biz had a story where they were like, oh yeah, like something like 35% of the overall player base spends money on FIFA Ultimate Team. It's amazing. Like the engagement is off the charts. We're really stoked. We need to build a funnel, do all this, do all that. Like it was, yeah. So I feel like putting the CFO out there to talk up microtransactions and how well they're doing in a separate game maybe tells you how much they're thinking about changing their overall ways.
Oh, great.
And more about how they're just like, we'll wait for the heat to die down on this Battlefront thing and roll it back out because fuck them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, I have good news for you. People have also found a hidden character customization menu in Battlefront 2.
God damn it.
So I think they're prepping even more stuff they might be thinking about selling you.
Cosmetics?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like a skin. Somebody found like a functional skin interface. I
just wish
assume
that was
on
in
the
there.
PC version, because otherwise, how would you get to it?
Right.
I think that we talked about that on the Beastcast.
Yeah.
Oh, did you already?
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I think it was a Reddit. Somebody on Reddit
I dug the menu out.
Yeah, and it was
There's
like
footage out there of
Yeah.
them going through changing skins out on a
Yeah.
clone trooper.
Like-
and
It's like
stuff.
not a ton of customization, but there's more than nothing.
Yeah.
You
Like,
wonder
I
if
get
that
it
was
with a
something that they
license.
started on and then yanked because they
Yeah.
couldn't get approval, and,
Right.
and
Yeah.
maybe it's just remnants of that.
Some
or
of the
if this
articles
is,
I read were very much like, well, the canon of Star Wars makes it hard to have these kinds of customization options. We hear that you guys want it, and I think the quote was like, we've been working on it every day, or we think about it every day, or
Yeah.
something.
Not a day goes by.
sure.
But I don't want Boba Fett to fight Jango Fett in the rich canon of Star Wars.
I have happier news.
Oh, what's up?
What you got?
Nintendo is back in the cereal game.
Yes.
Like a new series, like a serial, like
Like-
a
a,
like
new, a new
a-
serial
Like
system.
a crime
like-
drama.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
The Mario and Luigi Super Show. Is that what it's called? Super Mario Super Show
Mm-hmm.
is back.
Mario Private Eye
Yeah,
solving
Mm-hmm.
I would watch that.
Hotel Mario.
Remember in the Pikachu Private Eye?
Mean Streets
Yeah.
of
Detective
New Donk
Pikachu.
City. Super Mario cereal. They're making it.
Breakfast cereal.
Yes.
Or I guess anytime you want.
It is
Right.
described here as a mixed berry cereal with Mario-themed marshmallows.
Huh.
I don't like marshmallows.
No,
Yeah.
they're bad.
What's the prize in the
It's all
box?
about
Yeah.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
The prize is the box.
The prize is the box. Every box is an amiibo.
I'll get it for that.
What does it get you?
Sounds like coins and hearts.
What?
in
That's it?
Mario Odyssey, but that's what any
Yeah.
amiibo that is not
Right.
like coded for the game
Yeah,
or whatever.
Is Uncle Amiibo
does.
got some stuff to say about cereal if I put that on the box?
Yeah, he says, "Eat the rest of your cereal. Go buy some more. I'm Uncle Amiibo. Come
Go
back.
steal your mom's credit card.
Get it back to me in 5 minutes."
How does that work? Is it like once a day?
Uh,
Every day? Oh, hey, Uncle Amiibo. How often can I
Yeah.
swipe a cereal
you
box?
can swipe it, whatever you want. I'm Uncle Amiibo.
Should I buy more cereal?
Hell yeah.
Dan, are you going to try the cereal?
I'm
Yeah.
Walu-
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah?
Yum. Hell yeah, I
Show-
love cereal.
Show
So.
Cereal's
me,
pretty good.
Show me your Waluigi.
Oh, no.
Do it.
I have to go home.
What's your guys' desert island cereal?
Oh, man.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I think probably Tricks.
Maybe like a
Trix is up
honeycomb.
there.
I'd probably go with something that's like nutritious and
Oh,
has like.
come on,
Yeah.
baby.
Come on. Get out of here.
I'm on a
Cut his
desert
mic.
island. I'm gonna die.
Cut his mic.
I
Yeah.
was
Well, you
like-
also
die
have plenty
happy.
of other food.
Didn't
and
you
stuff.
guys see? What's the Castaway
Yeah.
or the?
Yeah,
or
I bet he'd
Alone?
love to have
And then
some
he's got
Lucky
to
Charms.
pop his tooth out of his mouth with the back of
Oh,
the skate
yeah.
because he got a
Oh.
cavity in it.
That wasn't a cavity. It was like it grown in a weird way. Anyway, I would also maybe
was
do
genetics.
Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles
Oh,
are good.
no.
I do either
There's so much
Honey
better.
Nut Cheerios
No way,
or
Cocoa
Cinnamon
Pebbles have
yeah.
that weird film on your
I don't know why
tongue.
this has to be a desert island discussion. We're all
Yeah.
adults. Just go buy the goddamn cereal, put it in your house. Like you don't have to be trapped on an island to eat Cocoa Pebbles anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry,
This isn't-
Mr. Reality. I'm trying to have a fun little time on the podcast.
This isn't the '90s anymore.
You're an adult. You can make your own decisions.
No, I can't.
I think I'm with you. I would go for
no.
like corn checks or something.
Underrated
I
apple
just
cinnamon
like-
Cheerios.
Yeah.
Fiber
I-
one. Thank
good.
you.
Oh wow, enjoy pooping on that island.
Yeah.
Honey Bunches
Big
of Oats.
lines.
I can use that fertilizer to grow
Honey Bunches
potatoes.
of Oats with almonds is a fantastic
Cinnamon
cereal.
Life.
How about
Yeah.
some fucking grape nuts?
Ooh,
No.
no way, old man. No.
No.
What about Raisin Bran Crunch?
No.
Raisins
Raisins are
that
bad.
straddles. Oh,
I liked grape nuts when I was a
Raisins
kid
suck.
and kind of got less into them as I grew older.
What's is it frosted mini wheats that's frosted on one side
Yep,
and on
yep,
the other side?
yeah.
That way, like some days you could be like, hey, and then some days you could be like, hey.
Oh, they get so soggy though.
Yeah.
I know they're also
Ugh.
too big. It's
turns into
ridiculous.
mush.
Do you have an unlimited supply of milk?
Yeah.
Oh, no, milk.
Oops, all berries.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
if we're talking just like dry cereal, eating it like it's a snack, that's a totally different conversation.
That
There was an
is-
accident at the berry factory, and they put only berries in the cereal.
Uh-oh.
A cereal.
crazy.
44
cannon.
people lost their job.
Do they still make peanut butter crunch? Because
Yeah, that's awesome.
actually the
Although
reality.
Reese's Puffs,
yeah,
Reese's
Puffs.
No,
is bad.
Reese's for breakfast is garbage.
Oh no.
What?
They used to have this
Chocolate
Oreo.
cereal's bad.
Oh,
Anything-
you're so fucking
most
wrong.
Is, most
You're
is.
so wrong.
Reese's is more like peanut butter. I'm with
I
you on like
know.
Cocoa Pebbles suck. Count
They're
Chocula
good.
sucks.
They're
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, chocolate cereal is not.
Chocolate cereal is good. Or like they
Better
have those
than
like
raisins.
Oreo.
Yes, the mini Oreos.
Oreo
Those
Oats
are
are
so
good.
good.
Yeah. As long as we all agree that you don't drink the cereal milk.
No, I agree with
You,
that.
you guzzle
What do you
that shit.
do?
I don't like
Dump it directly down the sink.
This is the best part of the cereal.
It is
Don't-
disgusting
It's like
and
warm
bad, and no
and
one
sugary.
and it's got like
delicious.
gooey.
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully
Have
they
you
get
ever had
some sludge.
horchata?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's, the same, it's almost the same thing, depending on what cereal
Yeah, but it's
you
just
eat.
got like super soggy bits of crap in
Yeah.
it.
I kind of agree with things.
I like
super
soggy
bits
cereal.
of crap.
No,
Soggy
no.
cereal is the best cereal.
I have dumped hundreds of gallons.
you don't
of
need to
milk
brag
down the
about
sink.
that.
I'm just
I
saying,
wasted so much food. You guys have no idea.
it's garbage. It goes in the garbage.
I'm kind of bummed they went with fruit for the Mario cereal
And not mushrooms.
or something. I don't know.
Like fruit shapes?
Yeah, no, just the fruit cereal. Yeah. Like,
Versus
Imagine little Goombas that
I
are
don't
like
know,
the
what are the-
normal, the cereal parts.
What are the
Yeah.
cereal food groups? There's
people
fruity,
apparently don't like chocolate.
There's fruity. There's
There's
chocolate.
cinnamon.
There's cinnamon. Sure.
Yeah.
There's like honey, healthy.
Okay.
Rice, corn.
What they should have done is
Cookie?
figure out a way to do like a marshmallow Mario so that when you add the milk, he gets bigger.
Oh.
You know, like expands out to be a
That's
little
good
bit
stuff.
bigger. That would have been good.
That's good stuff.
The Donkey Kong cereal was just bootleg Captain Crunch.
Yep.
It was
Works
pretty good.
for me.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
it was tasty.
it was like barrel shaped.
Urkel O's is still the best.
Simpson
Urkel O's?
cereal was pretty good.
Yeah.
Bootios.
I like
really
a good
make an Urkel
Smurf
cereal?
Berry
Urkel
Crunch
O's? Yeah.
cereal.
Wow.
What'd you say?
When did we
I like
talk
a good
about this
Smurf
recently?
Berry Crunch
Smurf
cereal.
Berry Crunch.
That's
I like
amazing.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I like
Yeah,
the
that-
Kashi cinnamon one.
Yeah.
Sugar
Okay,
Smacks, or I guess
fancy.
Honey Smacks, or what do they call them now?
I like Puffins, the penguin one from Trader Joe's. Like peanut butter puffins.
Yeah, the peanut butter muffins.
Any Kix fans?
I do a little kicks
Berry?
now and again
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Kixberry's good.
Regular kicks. for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Let's name more cereals. What's some other
Yeah.
cereals you could name?
Cornflakes.
Frankenberry.
Uh-huh,
Frosted
that's a
Flakes.
cereal. That's a cereal.
Oh yeah, Frosted
you
Flakes
win.
are pretty good.
That's
Fruit Loops.
that's
I
a
love
cereal.
Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops are good.
Fruity Pebbles.
now that's a cereal.
Malto meals.
Not a cereal.
SpaghettiOs.
Cereal.
Oatmeal.
With
Cereal.
Fruit flavored ring shape.
Yes.
Graham crackers and milk.
Yep.
A handful
that's
of
cereal.
peanuts.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
Waffle crisp.
Not a cereal.
Eggos.
Yes.
A cup of coffee and my shame.
A Hot Pocket full of Cheerios.
That's a breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's read some emails. I pulled a bazillion of them.
Oh, the other
bazillion of them.
little news thing.
Oh, yeah?
Fucking Nintendo was putting Wii games on the Nvidia Shield in China.
Yeah.
in China.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess we're
saw
not
that.
reading emails yet. What?
Yeah. So this.
I saw that going around yesterday, but I assumed somebody just hacked them on there.
No, it's like Galaxy and
Oh, what?
because the
Whoa.
Shield's coming
New
out in
Super Mario
China.
Brothers?
New
China-
Super Mario Brothers and Punch Out.
China is a weird market.
Yeah. And the Switch is still coming out there like officially at some point. So
Yeah.
I don't know that's a weirdly unprecedented crazy thing.
Yeah. That is kind of wild.
It's
for
like,
Nintendo
hey,
to
here
get
are
into.
Android versions of these Wii games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
Do you how you get them? Are they on
Well,
some
you
Nvidia
download
store?
Dolphin. No, I don't. The Shield's not out in China yet. I think it's
Okay.
launching soon, or I'm
what's
not sure what
the-
the exact situation is.
What's the
But
big service there? Wii Game,
yeah,
like the Steam kind of.
yeah. Well,
competitor?
Nvidia Shield would have its own built-in
Yeah,
store.
I guess
It's
so.
like
Are
an
they-
Android device or something.
Do they have a Shield tablet over there
I don't.
as well?
I think this was just a set-top
Just for the
box
set-top
type
box?
thing.
I love my fucking Shield tablet.
huh.
A
Yeah?
lot. Yeah, I love it.
So that's weird, and you wonder if like that will.
Oh God, I didn't even make the connection that Shield and Switch practically run on the same chip.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're both that ARM.
That ARM.
Secret, that
Oh,
secret,
ARMs.
secret variant, whatever. Or
Yeah,
it's very similar. Like if they're porting those games, then maybe they're going to show up on the Switch.
Maybe they'll show up on the Switch, and maybe they'll show up on a bunch of other Android devices.
Fucking I would.
Whether Nintendo wants it to or not.
I would buy Mario Galaxy on the Switch.
Oh my
Oh,
god! And
yeah.
no, oh yes, no
Oh,
question.
That'd be pretty good.
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
I'd
yeah.
play it on my Fire TV.
Sure. Yeah, that's weird.
That's
huh?
it's weird.
That's-
That's all I had to say.
Yeah,
Is
okay.
that's weird.
Yeah, I'm glad to know about that. All right, here's an email from Dave. It's about HQ. It's absolutely possible to guarantee a victory in HQ trivia, but you'd need exceedingly fast fingers. We talked about this last week.
Oh right.
How many
How many
phones would
like
you
the
need
exponential math. How many phones is it?
to guarantee a win every day?
Like 500,000?
Yeah. At 12 rounds of 3 questions per round, and assuming you know 0 answers, you'd have to start off with 531,441 accounts. You can work this. He talks about the math if you want to hear it.
Nah.
All right, then.
He did the math.
Fucking,
That's
all right,
it'd be hard.
Fucking wet blankets. Nobody
No.
wants to talk about
Oh,
math.
yeah.
Go four,
Yeah,
go
us
four,
wet
four
blankets.
steps down from that, because the first 4 questions you can usually get. How many phones do you need if you only
Oh,
needed to guess
God.
8 answers?
Don't make somebody else do more
jeez.
math.
He didn't provide the steps.
Oh, no, he totally did.
Okay, go 4 steps down and tell me what that number is.
Oh, I can't do that in my head.
I'm saying.
Oh, he's not like-
Sounds
No,
like
he
somebody
doesn't give you
didn't do the
list.
math.
He's
Okay.
not delineated.
Wow.
Okay,
step.
then forget it.
Yeah, all right. Now you know.
Cool.
It's a lot.
A lot of phones.
Yeah, a lot of phones, a lot of people on those phones.
Yeah.
You figure everyone's got 2 phones.
That's more people than are usually playing.
And then you get like $4 at the
Oh, yeah.
end, and
So you have to do that for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And
It
you'll
was-
get your money back.
grind
It was over 200 on Sunday night when they had the 8,500.
Yeah.
Everybody walked away with like 202.
Oh, wow.
Something like
I
that.
think. Speaking of which,
Yes.
Jesse in Fargo wrote in. I guess it's the one in North Dakota. He didn't say. He won
Oh, yeah?
HQ.
Yes.
Just wanted to share my experience of winning a round a couple weeks ago. I forget.
did Scott show up with a big check?
Man, that would be really good. I forget exactly what the total prize was or how many people won, but I walked away with $52.
All right.
It immediately showed up in my HQ app and was transferred to my PayPal account at 8:22 p.m. The game was at 8. I was able to transfer the money out of PayPal to my bank right away, and I had real cash the very next day.
wow.
Wow,
that's
tax-free
crazy.
cash.
This guy sounds like a plant with how fucking testimonial this
It's
story
just
is.
It's
so
just that
easy.
easy.
It's the best.
So how do you link up your PayPal account to HQ? Is there like once you win, they give you information?
Literally, the only thing I provided them was my PayPal email address, no tax information or anything like that. The payment came from Intermedia Labs, whose PayPal email is paypal@hype.space.
So
It's Scott's app. We just play in it.
HQ
email.
grew out of an app called Hype, That was a video sharing service that actually like.
So is HQ hype questions?
Yeah, it's hella hype.
Hella hype.
No, and hype was like it was the makers of Vine
Was it
making
like a
another
Vine-
video service for
Vine
mobile.
replacement?
That I don't even know if it's still active or not, but I guess that makes sense.
Is the Tout headquarters still right around the corner here?
I don't know.
The
I
what?
always figured
Tout.
I figured they were in Stamford.
No, they're here.
Okay.
Is tout like clout?
Tout was Vine before Vine, but it was 15 seconds.
Whoa.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's too long.
And it
Vine,
didn't
5?
loop though. Also, it was
No, it was just a
not.
video
So
that
it
would
was
play.
not Vine at all. It was just a 15-second.
It was just a short
service.
video player, yeah.
Like a social video thing that did not take off, despite WWE getting heavy into it and every TV show.
So
going
that's
like,
how you know what it
Yeah.
is.
How
100%,
angry?
yes.
How angry do you think the founders of Tout are that they just picked the wrong number of seconds?
It also
Yeah.
was bad to use.
It's probably
Okay.
like a bunch
yeah,
of other
it
things.
was not a good app.
Okay,
They're still mad.
probably.
Probably more mad than.
Also, didn't Vine like get acquired by Twitter before it launched or something?
Yeah, and it was out, but maybe it. Because there was the other service, there was Vine, and
Yeah.
then there was I'm thinking of Periscope. There was the
But
competitor.
it had like full Twitter integration.
Yeah.
out of the
Mm.
gate, and then but
It's-
maybe they did own it before it officially launched. But what was there was the other thing?
Twitvid?
No, there was the Periscope.
Prairie dog.
Yeah, it was an
Like
animal
the
name.
Diplo
It was
thing?
definitely an animal thing.
I think it was Prairie dog.
I don't think it was Prairie Dog.
It was Diplo, right?
I don't think it was Diplo. Maybe this was a different.
Lemur.
Turtle.
Because it was
Peking
definitely a
turtle.
furry creature.
Yeah.
Ostrich.
Fuzzy cat.
Fuzzy Cat, that's the one. If Diplo was
Gopher.
involved, I did not realize that at the time. Meerkat,
Meerkat.
Oh, yeah.
Prairie dog or meerkat.
that's what it is.
These all sound like iOS or OS
Yeah.
versions.
Yeah.
I guess they're not very threatening.
Not so
I
much.
got prairie
anymore.
dog.
Scotty Moe writes in.
Mm-hmm.
Every year around the holiday season, excuse me, I sit down and play the Christmas Nights into Dreams demo disc that
Sweet.
I
Oh,
snagged
boy.
from good old Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any gaming or video game related traditions?
Around the holidays?
Yeah.
We try and do costume quest around Halloween.
Okay, that's a good one.
My sisters and I find like competitive games to play, and my mom makes this like pineapple vodka, and we usually like
Nice.
work in challenges. Like we played through all of Mario 3D World with the rule that at the end of each stage, whoever was the last to get to the flagpole had to take a shot
Wow.
of the pineapple vodka.
Oh, that's
so
intense.
Reichert.
Those are-
That is like the most Reichert family guy
That's,
I've
yeah.
ever
that's,
heard.
that's what it's
that's-
like having siblings close to age. Close
close
to your age.
they're much younger than me, but
That's-
like
wow.
they hit 21 a few years ago.
even-
So
that's
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's
So
somehow
you haven't
worse.
been doing this since like you were 8 or something.
yeah.
It's a
Long-standing
long
family
time
tradition.
childhood
Yeah.
tradition.
We do over Thanksgiving. We try to get together with the family and play games together.
Yeah.
This one was the raid, the
Yeah.
Destiny raid this
Oof,
year. Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Thanksgiving was great.
Yeah.
Last time you did
Thanksgiving.
it.
Yeah, the last Thanksgiving. Usually during like the winter break, it's like playing all the games I missed that we just talked about during Game of the Year. That I'm
Sure.
like, oh, I need to play all these for real.
Lisa and I like to do multiplayer games on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
That's good.
online co-op stuff. Yeah.
My wife and I play Stratego on the floor while we loop the YouTube video of the Gap Band's "You Dropped the Bomb on Me" on the TV
That's-
and drink eggnog.
Very specific.
Yeah,
And summon a demon.
The Stratego board is a portal to hell.
If you put him in the right spot.
If you find the spy and the bomb and get it just the right way, there's a whole thing.
I used to have a Doom wad called Christmas Doom where all the imps were wearing Santa hats
Sure,
and they
yeah.
threw snowballs at you and I
Yeah.
lost it in a system transfer or something and I've never been able to find it again. Like there's
your
plenty
wad,
of Christmas themed Doom wads out there, but I can't find that one and it fucking kills
What was
me.
this? Was it the snow globe theme on the 360? Or is it?
Oh,
there's
oh
just a
God,
Christmas-
that's yeah, man. The holiday 2008 theme was too good for this world.
I used to be
That's
really
the best
into
one.
all the holidays on Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Like I was invested in those.
Yeah.
definitely.
None of my friends or family play video games.
Yeah, nothing like that really.
Dad and I play King Griffey Jr.'s baseball for Super Nintendo and Mario Kart.
Play old Nancy Drew games with my sister sometimes. We're both in town.
Aw. Which ones?
Usually the old ones, because those are the ones we still have from growing up.
The one with the hotel and the robot?
That one's not that old.
Okay.
I remember one time my cousin brought GoldenEye to the family dinner and then kicked me out of the room and locked the door because I was beating him. He was older. He was like
Nice.
10 years older, so he got really mad.
Get the hell out of my room.
Yeah.
This year, I think it's the first year I might buy Max his first video game.
Oh yeah. What do you got your eye on?
Grand Theft
He might be
Auto
listening,
5.
man.
Got something on layaway?
No, all right.
Like his own
listen,
system,
if
or-
he's
You've
listening,
been making-
hopefully
been
he's not
making payments?
listening.
Does he listen? No.
He should. God, I hope not.
Start with the old classics is my recommendation. Samantha Fox's Strip Poker for Commodore 64.
He really wants Mario Kart, and that's a big game. So I'm thinking Mario Kart 8. I've heard it's okay.
Mario Kart's
That sounds
I am
very good.
I am just tickled at your strategy of not letting him find out that the Switch is a portable system.
Yeah,
I think it's incredible.
Listen,
I like the other day I asked Vinny if he had brought his Switch and he was like no because Max can't find out that thing comes out of the dock.
listen.
It's like
Gotta-
forbidden knowledge.
nice.
I can't. You gotta have. If they're arbitrary rules, they're arbitrary. But like he would
stick to 'em.
play games all day, everywhere,
Yeah.
any minute.
If he could
bring
take
it
that
to
thing
the
and hide it somewhere.
Bring it to the table. That's just
Yeah.
just not a fight I want to have.
We bought Griffin a tablet, like the Amazon kids tablet or something, and it comes pre-installed with a bunch of junk. But surprisingly, he's just like moderating himself with it. which-
really?
Yeah, like it's not
What have you
constantly.
done?
We got it because we're going to be flying a lot, and yeah, it totally keeps him in check. But it's amazing, just like how fast he picked that up. Like he knows how to pull up the Plex app and
Yeah.
created his own channel on there. And
So bananas, right?
he's not even talking really yet, and
I used to do a real jerk move with SimCity 2000, where when my sisters were very little, and I was probably in my teens, and they were probably like 8 or something. I would pull up SimCity 2000, but I would tell them that it was like live, like chopper footage or something. I don't know. I was like, oh, this is like real footage here. I think I've told Vinny this. And I would spawn in. I would say like, oh look, there's Grandma's house. There's Grandma's house right there. And I'd spawn in a tornado, and they would just freak the fuck out, like screaming and stuff. And yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, it was a fun prank.
Good stuff. Fun holiday prank. Yeah.
All right, Matt from Toronto. I just found out that Adam's Family Values ends with a rap titled Adam's Family Whoop by Tag Team.
Yes.
Oh.
Does anyone have another favorite terrible movie-based rap?
Ace Ventura at the end, the Tone Loc rap.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
The opening to The Pest?
Yes.
Yes. Have you watched that recently?
No.
It hasn't really held up.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I would
That
suggest
was-
everyone look up the opening to The Pest.
The
Like, the
opening
first
to
3
The
minutes
Pest
of the movie.
made me like aggressively
Hang on, let me-
angry.
I want to guess.
Okay.
David Spade?
No.
No.
I don't think you're going to get there.
Oh,
Wait, like,
okay.
who's
I was
in-
about to
who's in
say
The
like
Pest?
not Rob Schneider.
Wait,
then.
it's John Leguizamo.
There you go.
Oh no!
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I would not have gotten there.
Yeah.
That's homework for everyone at home. Watch the first 3 minutes of The
Like,
Pest.
look it up.
It is
and
terrible.
It makes me want to punch a TV.
It-
It's like
yeah.
that kind of.
It's infuriating. Like, I know he's supposed to be a pest, but it is actually anger-inducing.
I have not seen any more of that movie than that part.
I've seen the whole movie a few times.
Yep.
It's a not cover. What do you call it in a movie when you do it's based on a book. What do you call that?
Most dangerous game.
Yeah. That is what it's based on.
An
Yeah,
adaptation?
Yeah. Yes, it's an adaptation of
Okay.
The Most Dangerous Game.
Yes.
It's the principal from Ferris Bueller, and he's hunting John Leguizamo on an island.
Wait, that's The Pest?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what The Pest
I
is.
was thinking of a different movie.
It's John Leguizamo.
Okay. Wow. I thought.
No, it's him. This is like him rapping in the shower.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just
exactly.
the
With different
fucking-
like silly costumes
you
and
just,
stuff.
You just want to die.
Yeah,
You
and
watch
doing like
it, you're
wacky
just like,
voices.
Man, what if I just cut
Wait.
my own throat and fucking bled out right here
Wait,
because I
but
don't want to see this?
It's a comedy?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's wacky madcap, like he's trying to
What's
survive.
the Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks movie
Dragnet.
where they rap?
Dragnet. City
Is
of
it-
Crime. Yeah, that's a great rap. That's a great movie.
What was the Joe Pesci rap from A Wise Guy?
He put out an album called Vincent.
It wasn't rapping, though. It was Christmas songs.
Vincent
and stuff.
LaGuardia Gambino sings for you.
Yeah. What?
And
Yeah,
that's
there's
the
a
rap
rap.
song.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a rap
There's
on
a rap
it?
on it.
And it's all Joe Pesci?
Called
Yeah.
Wise Guys.
Wow.
It's fucking.
I think my dad
But
had
there's
that
like there's
album.
one that's like called Hey. Oh man, it's called Hey Cousin Vinny.
Sure, of course.
There's a song on
you got to
there.
cash in when you got to.
Jeff, you are a rap fan. What is the better rap album between Macho Man's, I guess Joe Pesci's track, and John Cena's?
John Cena's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. What about between Macho Man and Joe Pesci?
Macho Man?
Okay.
Yeah, the Macho Man album is like more credible than it should be, but like I don't know if it's because it was like written by Canadians and they're so polite, but there's no cussing on the record. Like he talks about punking your butt out for the world to see. Like just say
Nice.
ass. Just say ass. You're a wrestler. And so it's like weirdly clean. But he teamed up with is it the Rascals, like a Canadian group, and they did a lot of the production and writing for it. And it's like it's better than it has any right to be. But there are things on the John Cena album that you go like, actually, this is pretty. Like you can tell that they mean it.
Wow, okay.
And there's like he gets like Bumpy Knuckles is on, like there's like Freddie Fox is on that thing, like credible guests verses and stuff like that. We're like, oh, this is-
I had to look up which Austin Powers it was, but the Austin Powers 3 Dr. Evil mini-me rap.
Right.
While they're in
oh,
prison.
God,
Right.
fucking shit,
Well, because
man.
in 2, it's just the two of us, right?
Yeah, which
And
is,
then
like,
it's
fine.
the rap in the third one.
And then the raps.
There's
Yeah.
there's obviously the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Go
Yeah.
Go Ninja, go
Yeah,
Ninja,
of
go.
course.
I think
Yeah.
that's okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
God, I
Ninja
totally,
rap.
How did I forget about
Stands
that?
out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've
That's
ever
like-
forgotten
that's like
about
the,
that.
That's the example of this dumb thing.
Yeah. Nightmare in My Street, DJ.
That's not in the
Jazzy
movies
Jeff.
though.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Like it's yeah.
They just made that kind of separate. I'm trying to. God, there was another one, and it's not the Dokken Dream Warriors. There's another rap. I was trying to look it up. I can't find
Did
it.
the Kid and Play movies have raps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would perform in the middle of it, like dance off, disc
Right,
battles
right.
and stuff like that. Yeah, there's, yeah, but man, City of Crime from Dragnet. Look, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about the movie Dragnet. I'm here to tell you, fuck them. Dragnet's a good movie.
I've never seen that.
Tom Hanks doesn't like Dragnet. Fuck Tom
Does
Hanks.
Tom Hanks not like Dragnet?
That's how far I'm willing to go on
Really?
this.
Is he like regret?
I-
What
he
does
has-
Colin
he has-
Hanks think about Dragnet?
He actually has been made to listen to the rap on another podcast, and I think you could kind of hear him rolling his eyes.
Does Chet Hayes have rap albums?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know about albums.
Okay. He fancies himself a rapper, though, right?
I don't want to
Who's
talk
Chet?
about. It's another Hanks son.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
The Forbidden Hanks.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't talk about Chet Hayes.
Oh boy.
Don't say his name a third time.
Yeah. Tell me.
No, I
Bust
won't, I
through this
won't, I
door.
You have to get the Stratego board.
Yeah.
Trevino writes in from Fort Worth, Texas. I recently loaded up some Super Mario All-Stars on my SNES Classic, and I forgot how they gave all those NES Mario games a 16-bit graphics update.
How did he
Was
play
this-
Super Mario All-Stars on
Yeah,
there?
wait.
You
this,
can't do that.
This guy's a criminal.
He did say on my SNES Classic in parentheses pause for gasps, and I,
Oh, okay.
that's probably why that's there.
Right.
I didn't know that.
I'm
that
not
game's
gasping. I'm calling the cops.
Wait, this pause you hear is me dialing.
Yes, but he wants to know: was this game well received when it came out? I like it, but I feel like they all play a little differently than the originals. Is this true, or are the graphics just throwing me for a loop?
I seem to remember people liking them.
Yeah.
I
it was
I
awesome.
bought that game like basically the day it came out. I thought it was like fucking awesome.
It was also
They
the first
remade
way
those
that you ever
games.
got to play the real Super Mario 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's also
lost levels.
that.
Yeah. Which was awesome.
I prefer the look of the NES ones, but I think that was a cool package to put out.
I liked the SNES ones better. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know about the gameplay differences though. I don't know. I'm
felt
sure
the same to
somebody.
me.
I'm
I
sure
want-
somebody
yeah,
has done like
they're-
frame by frame analysis or something.
I'm not that person,
Yeah.
so I can't
Yeah.
tell you. But I
I don't remember any like hubbub about the emulation or anything,
No.
or like it
yeah,
playing differently.
no, it was a different time.
Yeah,
People
true.
weren't.
I just looked at that thing and I was like, well, Super Mario World is amazing, and these games look like that.
Yeah.
And they did put out a cart that was Super Mario World plus Super Mario
right,
All-Stars.
yes, yes.
That's a hell of a
That's
cartridge.
the
there.
ultimate.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I don't know. I think now, all these years later, I prefer the looks of the original games compared to the redos they did for SNES. But at the time, I was like, man, this is fucking badass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally. All right, remaining on the Mario tip.
And they all talked at the beginning. There's that, before the lights come on, it's just all these shadowy silhouettes making all this noise.
yeah.
It's like totally.
And-
it's like stage like crowd
Yeah.
murmur.
Yep.
They're like,
Yeah.
man, they're
Cool.
speaking.
Yeah,
What is
that was
Mario
so
saying
awesome.
to Luigi? What are they having a conversation? What's going on?
I always thought that was the crowd murmuring.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
that's-
they're gesticulating at each
Yeah.
other. It's definitely them.
Well, somebody's talking.
Well, somebody's talking, I guess. Yeah.
I saw it
totally
as a crowd,
thought.
too.
Yeah, I
Who's
totally
talking
thought
now?
it was a crowd.
Ricky from Texarkana, Texas. This is a Mario movie prediction game.
Okay.
I was thinking about the Mario movie and wanted to see if you guys would make some predictions related to it. It will be fun to come back to this years from now and see how accurately you got it.
100%.
First question: do you predict it will be good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is not about the existing Mario
No, it's about
movie.
the new one. It's about the rumored.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Nintendo was
yeah,
supposedly
yeah,
close
yeah.
to a deal
No.
with the Minions people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just gonna keep saying no.
I mean, yes, it's going to be by the Minions people.
Second question, what is the plot of the movie? Princess Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser or something more novel?
Something more novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Princess Peach gets
They can't step on the games.
Peach gets kidnapped.
Yeah. Something more novel.
Both will be true.
Yeah, I think.
There will be a detour along the way.
Third question, how much will Mario talk? More than just a word here and there? Will there be complete sentences?
Complete
He's
sentences.
got-
No, word here and there.
Yeah.
Complete
What?
Not
sentences.
complete
Is it gonna
sentences.
be
It's
like
gonna be
a
all
full
the-
silent film?
No,
there might
all-
be new
All
characters.
the other
that everybody
characters
else
will
will
talk.
Does Luigi talk?
Yes.
But not Mario?
I
What
think
if
Ma-
Mario
I,
just talks like a minion?
I think Mario talks.
I think he talks.
Mario
Who-
just
who do
says
they-
the
yeah.
things he normally says.
Who do they cast
Let's
as Mario?
go.
Martinet.
No way.
It's a me.
If they don't do Martinet, that's a real
Not
shame.
Martinet. Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah, because they have to attach names to this thing to make it sell.
John Leguizamo.
That's how
Mario
movies
will be
work.
Charles
Yeah,
Martinet.
which is why all the ancillary characters will be actors.
Seth
Paul
Rogen.
Rudd
Seth-
as
Seth
Luigi.
Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah,
Seth
I can see
Rogen.
that.
I don't
for
think
sure.
Mario's going to be like the protagonist of the movie.
No?
I think he's going to be like hanging
Oh,
out
will it
with
be
the,
like
but
will it be
it'll
like some human child
No.
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
like I made friends with the Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
could see that.
God. John
think-
Cena
oh,
voices that
Is it
child.
going to be like that Simpsons Halloween episode where there's
Oh,
like CG,
yeah.
CG Mario in real footage with real people?
Well,
Erotic
think about it.
cake,
Like,
yeah.
how many kids' movies have a protagonist that's like a 40-year-old plumber? Like,
All
you
of
need
them,
something
I
that's a
think.
self-insert. For,
I mean, the
for
first
kids
Mario
who
Brothers
see
movie.
it.
If he talks like the Lou Albano interpretation of Mario, I'll be way into it.
Yeah.
Swing your arms from side to side.
They made like a voice print of Captain Lou. No, and
It's in a vault somewhere.
I want to say there was like a Roadrunner movie where it was like a big deal because like Wile E. Coyote talks. Or,
he talks in some
he
of
does
the
talk in some-
cartoons.
Maybe it was a
yeah.
Sylvester and Tweety movie. It was like something where because Sylvester talks too. It was something where like they had to be like. Oh no! It was Tom and Jerry. That's what it was.
Oh,
It was Tom and Jerry, and like they just start talking. And I remember it was like a huge deal.
That's fucked up. I
That's
don't want
happening with
Yeah.
Pikachu now in that new
Yeah.
Pokemon
Oh,
movie.
whoa.
Have you seen the footage
It's
from
a-
it?
it's
Inside
a-
the
audience.
theater? It's like, oh no! What?
the audience are like, no.
I made a point of not watching it.
it's a dream sequence. It's totally
Yeah,
exciting.
no, like I think people as a whole are overreacting to it,
Yeah.
but that video is really
It
funny.
is
Yeah,
really
it
good.
is.
So yeah, I think maybe it's just like he starts talking, and like they either acknowledge it as like I just never had anything to say. The games are easy. Or
What if he
or
starts talking, but everyone treats him like he's never talking, and like he's been talking
losing
this
his
whole
mind.
time? Yeah, exactly.
I think they're gonna make a really big deal of him saying "Let's go." It's gonna be like the apex of the film,
Yeah.
right when they're ready to storm Bowser's castle. He's gonna say like, he's gonna turn the
Mario
camera,
time or whatever.
put on the hat, and
Yeah.
say "Let's go."
It's like when River Phoenix found the like indie hat and whip.
yeah.
So yes, bad. It'll be
Hey,
bad.
Last Crusade was great.
Last Crusade is great.
The opening's pretty good.
It is great. I like Last Crusade.
Why were you acted like it was bad?
Because if Mario puts on a hat, an Indy's hat, and says "Let's
Oh,
go," that'll be a
No,
bad
that's
movie.
good. That's what I want, actually.
It belongs in a museum.
you Nazi scum.
Fourth question, will there be musical
Let it go.
numbers?
Let it go, Daisy.
Which was the question?
Don't look at the light.
Luigi's face melting.
Yeah.
Why did I have to be?
I think
Hang
Kamek
on.
would be a pretty good insert for
I
that
was gonna
character.
say,
Kamek, yeah.
are you saying Luigi's a Nazi? 'Cause this is
No,
a
okay,
whole- there's a
Kamek,
whole
we can't go
thing
there.
here.
We cannot go there.
I'm gonna win.
Will there be musical numbers?
Yes, at least
At
one.
least one.
At least
Oh,
one.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
least
Mario
one.
Odyssey, I could see it.
Every
Yeah.
kids movie has a musical
Yeah.
number.
But it would probably be like a
Not
YouTube
necessarily true
celeb,
anymore.
like a YouTube
one.
star.
I feel like
Yeah.
you can't have a movie with one musical number and nothing else. Like it's either a musical
That-
or
it
it's
happens.
not.
No, you definitely
The
can
marquee
have,
song.
Yeah, you have them like with like it's like the big like okay, we're gonna get ready to go to
Yeah.
Bowser's Castle. Then it's
Yeah.
like
Okay, but there could be like a montage that has
Yeah.
music behind it, but it's not a
Yeah.
musical number in the sense of like they're all singing.
I think
Like,
Jackass
you
3
can't
at the
do
end
that.
had a big
Sure
musical
you
number.
can.
Okay, Dan.
That's directly that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
but
non-musical doing a musical number.
That's a weird example of them breaking genre and like
Okay.
it's done for a joke. It's a goofy
Okay, so
thing
what are
versus,
the
like-
ideas or scenarios that they write songs around?
getting ready to go storm Bowser's Castle.
Okay,
Yeah.
is there one about
A sad
jumping
one?
on Goombas?
Maybe only if it's like Luigi can't do it and there's like a training
Okay, so
thing.
it's like
of,
an inspirational.
Yeah, like
Everyone can jump on Goombas.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
got to be like the halfway point sad song about Peach being kidnapped or whatever.
I can see
Like
Peach having her own.
Or they're very sad, and one of them starts to sing an uplifting song to
Yeah.
get their spirits up, and everyone joins in, and
It's
they're happy
Toad.
by the end of the song.
It's-
yeah,
Toad
yeah.
with
Captain
his-
Toad.
Yeah, with his Mario Party voice.
Peach have a lament about fucking getting kidnapped yet again or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Which
what
of
if it's
the
just the
Mario-
plot of Shrek?
Okay.
Why not?
If she does get kidnapped in this, that's gonna fucking suck. Like, I hope.
I bet you she'll get kidnapped and then she'll like
save
kick
herself
Bowser's
this time.
ass or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a cliche at this point to have her.
What
go-
if the movie?
Maybe they rescue her halfway through, and
Right.
then the second half is
What-
like a
No, that still
different
sucks.
thing.
Why can't she just like look at a lot of the 3D Mario games where she's like a playable character just
Yeah.
like everybody else? Like,
What if
no,
she gets
that
kidnapped
sucks.
in the beginning and then Mario like goes to break her out and then like you hear the bell go off and it's like cut and it's all Roger Rabbit style. Be like, hey, that's another good that's another
Mario
good
Sunshine
game.
2,
Yeah, and, like,
I mean-
Peach is like, don't talk to me. I'll be in my
Blood
trailer.
smoking a
Kinda
cigarette.
hack, but
That brings me to the next question. Will the real world be involved in any way? For example, a real person gets transported to the Mushroom Kingdom or Bowser escapes to the real world.
I could see them doing like a Lego movie kind of thing to
Yeah.
like bookend it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no, but I'm the most unsure about that one.
Yeah,
I
because
could see
that,
like it could
Bowser
go either
escaping
way.
into the
that
real
dictates
world,
all the
and
other
that's-
questions too.
Yeah.
Right.
Last question. Will Wario and or Waluigi make an appearance?
Fucking better.
After
No.
credits.
There
After
will-
credits.
Yes.
They'll be in a separate short that's at the front of
Okay.
it.
Oh, Wallet Warrior,
they'll-
Big Day Out.
Yeah.
That would actually be
but they'll
great.
have to pull that short from theaters after.
Right.
Yeah, it's way too long.
People are like, "There's too much sex in this. You have to take it out."
We wanted tasteful nudity.
Yeah.
It's after credits, and it turns out they made the movie. Like it's their business, and
I
they
see.
made the movie.
All right.
Or like they do something of like, I need more popcorn. Like the movie's over. I don't know how
They're sitting in the
Waluigi-
audience
They're the
watching.
Yeah,
Waldorf
exactly.
and Statler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Stupid bear.
That's all gonna movies.
Max writes in from South Bend. I don't know which one. Maybe Indiana. You think?
The one below North.
Yeah. Sure.
North Bend is fucked up.
Since both coasts of Giant Bomb will be together for this show, I had to know what would everybody's orc name and quirk be from Shadow of War.
What?
Do we name our own?
What is the quirk?
I mean, I don't know. They all have themes, you know. They've.
Can you?
No, I
can you
need
give us
examples. I haven't
I
don't
can't
remember.
think of any.
Like afraid of tigers.
The Fire Eater or
Oh.
or you know the Maggot Eaten.
There's got to be an online name generator for this.
I've just got stink lines coming off me the whole time.
Yeah, mine would be some joke about being big.
Or being small, but then you're really
yeah,
big.
but that's
Yeah.
it's either way. It's two sides.
It's
of the same
same
coin.
same joke.
I could be lured by candy.
What's your name though?
Dan.
Come up with a good orc name. Just gotta make it real guttural.
Dan,
Dan with like 6 A's.
yeah, D apostrophe A N.
Yeah, there we go.
What's yours, Brad?
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Wow, what's your
Wow, baby
are you
clothes.
in overalls?
That's my work name.
You
Yes.
just, is your quirk that
Combat overalls.
You love
Yes,
overalls,
I wear too small overalls.
and you're adorable.
Big lollipop. Sailor cap.
That's the one. That game, like a lot of the orc like archetypes for things that are weird about them, or a lot of that stuff is amazing. That's one of the best things about that game. Let's see here. Half the reason I pulled this email was because of the guy's name.
Okay.
This email comes in from Joshua Speed.
Okay.
Good name.
Josh Speed.
I emailed him back and said, "Hey, I don't usually read full names, but is it cool?" And he was like, "Yeah, I get that a lot." I've seen many pictures online of Japan's huge burgers from Burger King and McDonald's over the years, and also that crazy Darth Vader burger.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to know if any of you at Giant Bomb have ever tried any of Japan's big burgers.
I don't.
If so, was it worth it, or should I pass on visiting?
Well, weren't they selling a burger that was like pizza sized?
Oh boy.
I think that's what they're talking.
Is that what he's talking about?
Was
Okay.
talking about.
I've had like Japanese fast food burgers,
Yeah.
and they're like fine. Like
Yeah.
McDonald's burgers taste like McDonald's burgers. One
Yeah.
thing that was great at McDonald's, they have an egg burger,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
I was very into. I love a good egg burger.
I think Japanese
Um,
fast food is better.
I think the
Yeah.
McDonald's like there's something cleaner
Yeah,
about it.
totally.
I don't know.
There
yeah.
is there was like some Japanese burger chain that's like
Moss
not
Burger.
good. I think it
No
was.
way.
Moss
I
Burger.
like
Moss
Moss
Burger
Burger.
rules.
I did
Is
not
Moss
like
Burger the one that has
Burger.
the shaker fries, all the different flavors?
I don't know.
Or is
maybe.
that a different? Is that
Maybe.
the other?
It's just such an unfortunate name that like kind of turns me off.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The meat tasted weird to me.
There's only one S. Though,
Little like
so
Moss?
it's
Moss Burger.
I never knew if it was like
Eisley.
Moss Burger. Or
Moss
not.
Burger.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want to go to a Japanese Pizza Hut.
go to Japan. Japan's
no,
very cool.
too much mayo
Oh,
on that shit. over
I'm
there.
fine with
I
that.
did get.
Oh.
I think I did get Pizza Hut from Japan, and it tastes different, but it's good.
It's because they probably put mayo on it because it's a
I
nightmare.
think it was like a
They
weird.
put any hot
crust,
dogs in the
but
crust or
No, I did
sounds
get a
great.
cool magnet though that has a pizza monster. I think it was what
Okay.
it was called.
I have a
Uh,
pizza
very
monster.
cool.
Gotta go to Japanese Outback.
Yes, that was a surreal experience.
I've done that. Yeah.
Way too authentic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Authentic to the American experience.
It's like, well, yeah, pulled out of like, extrapolated one layer deeper of
It's
like,
so weird.
okay, Australia, but
Yes.
Filtered
American
through
restaurant,
America.
and now here it is in
And
Japan.
it replicated exactly.
I got dragged there because Tim Turry was an Outback waiter for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And so he saw that. He's like,
He
Dad,
had-
we fucking have to
he
go
had to
there.
know.
in his DNA.
And he was just losing his mind.
It's
Like, these are
so
the exact
ins-
same napkin holders. So it's the
Yeah.
exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's very, very
All
weird.
the waitstaff spoke perfect English. Like you
Yeah.
could tell they selected
Oh,
for
wow.
They
that.
had the
for that-
flare
for
on.
that
and,
kind of
like,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
weird.
I think I still have that receipt.
Oh, they gave us employee pins because Tim talked to him for a long time.
Oh,
How
wow.
many employee pins do you have?
I've got several Taco Bell ones. I've got a Navy nuclear submarine
I was
one.
expecting the answer to be
And-
2,
A
but
Navy nuclear submarine one.
Yeah, I
Really?
don't remember. Yeah,
What
the guy
is
at
the
PAX
pin?
gave me one. I don't
Oh
know.
my
It was like a
God.
cool
Wow.
army thing.
My
Dan's
dad was on a Navy sub.
Oh yeah.
a
Dan's
nuclear
becoming
sub.
a hitman. He's going to be Agent 47. You can just go anywhere. Or you could just go Navy Nuclear Sub or Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
They're the two places you would want to go to kill somebody, probably. So, to be a true hitman, you need to get into those two places.
I love the implication in this email that if the burgers aren't worth it, he's not going to go to Japan.
Yeah.
No.
That's my
Hey,
favorite
listen.
part.
We should go and find out.
I had
Yes.
Wendy's there, and that was all right too.
Yeah.
Their Krispy Kreme, very good.
I've never had a giant burger there, but
I've never.
I've seen the picture.
ordered
I remember
in-
seeing the pictures of people with these massive hamburgers.
I have
think
ordered
it's-
an L set many times.
Yeah, yeah. You want an XL set, but
Yeah.
I'm
You get
turned
the-
off from. Oh, go ahead.
you get like there's the largest Coke size was the not as large as an American large, and it had like the fold over clip thing at the top, like treating it as like this thing's
Yeah.
giant. Look
Yeah.
out! And the implication was that you would get it and use it for your entire family.
Yeah, well,
And then
Oh.
you go in there and you're like, no, I just need a straw,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you drink the whole thing directly out
Or
of it.
like when I got it, it was
like
just
a monster.
It came with 2 straws.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was like,
In Japan,
Thank you.
the sodas are small, but the beers are very big.
big beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big beers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Elliot from Glasgow. In 10 years of Giant Bomb, what do you guys think has been the craziest news story you've broken?
oh, wow,
over the
topical.
years?
Broken by us?
Like
That's-
that's,
Have
that's
we
a
ever
very
broken
small
one?
number.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is that one Patrick did. With
I think the Patrick, the
Yeah.
Xbox DRM
Online
one was
stuff.
Oh,
by
yeah.
far. I mean, the site crashed. Like that was.
Wow.
I want to say did he do a Call of Duty one?
That was before
Was
us.
that before?
That was Call of
Yeah.
Duty was before
The
us.
Infinity
Okay.
Ward stuff.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
when he was at G4.
Yeah.
There's the PlayStation Pro, right?
Yeah, Austin got some good dirt on the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
We broke the news that NFL Blitz was coming
Mhm.
back.
yeah,
We broke that. I feel like we broke that. Windjammers was never coming back.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was all
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nailed that one.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know,
Uh,
like breaking stories. Like, that was probably the Xbox DRM thing. I
Yeah,
guess.
easily.
I've broken a lot of games.
Yeah.
Over my time.
That's true.
here. Yeah, I'm pretty good at
You're
it.
Specialized,
Yeah.
actually.
When I was at GI, we broke Dota 2, and I thought that it just was because they wanted it for a cover story, and most of the office was like, no one knows what Dota is, and like I was very much arguing against it. Like, no one's gonna know what the hell Dota is. Let's not put this stupid thing on the cover.
Yeah.
And they just did like a 6-page thing in the magazine, but the online version became easily the
Oh.
biggest thing they like ever had, like millions. And I looked at that and I was like, I guess people have heard of Dota.
But none of those people would have bought that magazine.
Right.
I
Well,
bet.
they'd click
Yeah.
that link though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to pay for anything.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had people give us silly exclusives during interviews sometimes during like E3 or something like that, but I can't think of it.
We got a.
I remember running.
Ninja Theory was
Oh,
doing like the
right.
Disney Infinity
Oh, yeah.
Combat
Yeah.
during one of our
That was
panels.
That was a PAX panel.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, sure.
That then someone sitting in the audience wrote that story up for another website and
Yeah.
did not credit us.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Like did not link to us at any
Thanks.
point in it.
Awesome.
It was like,
Good stuff.
okay.
We had a dark void thing during an interview because I remember just cutting in the exclusive, but maybe it's a joke.
Hottest info. All right, here's an email from a different Elliot. Just curious if anybody from Giant Bomb has seen one of Abby's improv shows. My girlfriend is really into improv and took classes at Magnet in New York City and now takes classes at Improv Olympic in Chicago. That's it. That's the question.
Every week. I assume it's the same thing. It's just like the
Yeah.
podcast.
It's
It's
yep.
every week.
Mhm.
No.
No.
You ever been?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I haven't invited them.
Okay.
Smart.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Abby,
very
can I go?
No.
It's very exclusive.
Actually, yeah, you can, but nobody else.
Cool.
Are you doing it? Is
I
it like
can't
a
make it.
monthly? Is it like a
I'm
regular?
on like a house team, so
Okay.
it's, like I consistently perform weekly
Hmm.
with my house team. But I it's not. I usually have like a couple other shows a week sometimes too.
Team?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it like competitive?
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like a
yeah,
team
yeah.
is in like this is a group
Squad.
of people.
Like a
It's
troop.
always the
A
same.
troop?
Like
Okay.
we
We're
are
a
a
team.
team. We're the
I
Giant
see.
Bomb
Okay.
team.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if there
It's
was
also like a team in the sense, well, for house teams, you're cast onto it, so somebody else picks the people you're with.
there's like a
versus,
hat. There's
like-
like a hat that tells you which house you should be part of. Is
There's
that-
like a director.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Just call them the improv hat.
yeah, the improv hat.
You get sorted into it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, versus like some other teams that I guess you can pick yourself.
I
But
see. That's cool.
Does your team have a name?
yes,
You want to say it?
I'm not
it fun?
sure.
Do you
We're
make it up?
She-Wolf.
Okay. Did you come up with
That's
it?
a good name.
No.
The
no.
sorting hat does?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
been on a couple other teams. My first team, I came up with that name, and that was Barbara.
Okay.
And then after that was Youths, which I did not come up
Okay.
with. But
Email from John. What's the best video game dog or other pet of the year for 2017?
It's that.
Wait, are we
Oh,
giving
it's
away?
the
It's
Odyssey
the Odyssey
dog.
Are we giving away
yeah,
our
it's
It's
category?
totally that.
dog.
What is that thing? Like
I
a
don't know. He
Shiba?
doesn't really do
Yeah.
any. Like he's
He
good.
does.
He's
Yeah.
good.
if you nap next to him, he naps too.
Yeah.
He's good. Don't get me wrong.
He finds moons for you.
Who's better?
Does he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh.
absolutely
In the
does.
post game, like he'll sniff out moons.
He,
Oh yeah, he does
in the
that
regular
before
game.
before the post.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've
Follow
never
him
had
around.
him.
Oh, a bunch of
do
them, yeah.
that. Okay.
He's a good dog.
Yep.
Yeah, and also, what's better? What other dogs have there been?
The one you shoot in Wolfenstein, or don't shoot.
Or other
That's
pets.
sad.
Yeah, the
I know,
pig.
it's-
The
I
pig.
like my Assassin's
pig
Creed
and
horse.
Wolfenstein's pretty
Pig's
good.
good. Pig's good.
What about that chicken?
Oh, in
yeah.
Yakuza?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nugget.
Yeah, Nugget.
Is that a pet or is that a business partner?
You know,
He's a colleague.
Okay, he's an equal.
Yeah.
well, Yoshi's in Odyssey, right?
He's
not a pet.
He's livestock.
He's
Yeah.
part of the team.
That's my favorite pet.
Yoshi's a resource to be used up
Oof.
and not renewed.
I can't even remember games anymore. My brain is melted.
Yeah.
It's Pyre.
You got
Mustache. dog.
Rookie.
Oh man,
There
he's
we
not a
go.
pet.
He's
That's
a
rough.
teammate.
Just because he's a dog.
Did they specify?
Yeah,
it's
you
pet
asked
or it's just-
dog or
yeah,
pet.
Dog.
I think that implies that it is a pet. but I
Okay.
don't know.
There's really nothing in Breath of the Wild, is there? There are dogs that'll like hang
Little
out near the
horses.
stables and horses.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the dogs in Breath of the Wild are cool. You can
Yeah.
like give them food. And
You
then
can make
they'll,
them run
like,
around in a
show you
circle.
stuff.
If you run
Yeah.
around in a
Yeah.
circle
Yeah.
in front of them, they'll do it too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That sounds great.
It's the hat dog though.
It's
Hat
hat dog.
dog.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like it when he has a moon helmet on.
Oh yeah, me too. When he was at the wedding, I was like, wow, this is pretty rad.
Yeah, I can't think of games anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all like a. it's
Unless
like
I have a list in
yeah,
front of me, I,
know.
can't think of
Yeah, it's
any
like-
video games.
I know the best cat this year, which is the
Garfield.
cat from Splatoon 2 when you lose.
Wait, what about May?
There are two cats now.
I know, but I like the little cat.
Also, I feel like I'm in a super
May's
dangerous
cool.
spot now, where just like we've been talking openly about so many games
I
now. I'm
know.
so afraid I'm just gonna like start talking about like this dog and be like, that's a super end game dog that you get after you beat the credits.
End game dog.
To reinstall the spoiler limiter
Totally.
for this thing. Tim from Mobile, Alabama. I've got a 1080 Ti and have been thinking about what I want out of it. I can't decide if higher FPS.
Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, there you go. No, it's all about Ethereum mining.
Oh,
now.
sorry. Yeah.
I can't decide if higher FPS is better than higher resolution. This card could easily do 144 hertz, which is something of a gaming monitor standard, but 4K is also doable, but not both. So where does the Bombcast come down on this incredibly weighty question?
Frame rate.
Frame rate.
I don't know. My standards are in question.
Frame rate.
Those higher hertz monitors
Yeah.
are really neat.
Yeah.
4K is
I've never
cool,
spent
but
enough time with one to
yeah.
really get the effect.
If
but
you could do like
people-
1440p, like 120, 144 hertz, something
Yeah.
like that, I think that would be a pretty sweet spot to be in.
Yeah.
Let's get another card. SLI.
Yeah, and then do both.
Then do both.
I don't actually.
Duh.
I don't know. Like
I have no idea.
the cable bandwidth to do 4K 60 seems rough. I don't know if you can even do 4K higher than that.
No clue.
They just
I'm still sub 1080.
did you see they just announced the HDMI 2.1 spec that supports up to 10K?
No.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Is that going to be like a hardware port?
Pretty great.
I just bought a TV.
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
Well, I guess it wouldn't do
Might as well.
10K anyway.
Just have to return it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get two of them.
Smash it. Smash the TV.
Oh, Smash TVs.
Yep.
Okay.
Super Smash TV.
This is a dangerous question, but what is it about Dan that forces every Game of the Year production gathering Bombcast to turn into half an hour of yelling about fast food?
What?
This is the third year of it.
It's usually not me bringing it up.
Hmm.
You guys bring it up and ask my opinions, and I have opinions about
But
that stuff.
you're waiting in the wings. You're just
I'm always ready
you're
for
waiting in the
that.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
You're
It's like a
just-
hair trigger.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not just podcasts. Like whenever I go home for the holidays, my dad and I talk about Taco Bell a
I know.
ton.
I know.
I think that's just a bad way to think about it. I think you have to think about every other hour in the day is actually that us just talking about that, and there's a hour and a half during a podcast where we're not talking about it.
Yeah. Where we get to talk about something that isn't video games.
That is something else, yeah.
And it's a very fast food
Right.
is one of the most common in human
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
experiences.
good.
Beloved.
So imagine that we're just pretty much arguing about that all day.
Yeah.
And then during an hour and a half of a podcast, we're not.
It's like quesadilla talk from sun up to sundown around
Yep.
these parts.
Or is like as fast
Have you had
food
the
food.
new Jack in the Box breakfast wrap?
I've never lived near a Jack in the Box.
Okay.
The only time I had it was when I was driving out to San Francisco when I got hired, and I stopped in Reno at a Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is the worst.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not
pretty
big
good.
on
So
Jack in the
good.
Box.
They're the
There's some
best
good stuff.
drunk or like
Yeah.
breakfast. Like
Oh
the-
no, that's Whataburger.
Oh, Whataburger's awesome.
Whataburger's so
Like
good.
the Jack in the Box introduced a menu that only comes online after like 11 o'clock.
Nice.
It's just
That's
like
smart.
just
That's
for
smart.
stoners and drunks. Here you go.
Okay,
It's
that's pretty
9
fun.
o'clock, and I'm constantly waiting until that.
This food is just in a fucking box.
Jack in
It's
the
a
Box
mess.
hour.
Fuck you, you dirtbag. And I'm like, yes, I'm a dirtbag. Give me the box.
But the new breakfast wraps are basically like breakfast quesadillas with either ham or sausage.
I have
They're pretty
never
good.
liked Taco Bell's breakfast stuff, but I also just don't like breakfast food.
the
so-
Taco Bell breakfast
Oh,
is
okay.
garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
waffle
terrible.
taco was terrible.
Yeah,
I haven't had it
it's
since they
just
first launched it.
Such shit.
Waffle taco.
The first Jack in the Box I ever went to was in LA many years ago, and it was the only fast food place I ever went into with like super thick bulletproof glass, and then the box where only one side can
Oh, yeah.
open at
Yeah.
a time.
And a lot
And
of
it's like
Oh, what?
close
yeah.
that door.
Oh, yeah.
You take it out, put your money in.
That's like the
Yeah.
Burger King that's across the street from the Jack in the Box that always has a bullet hole in it.
Right. Yeah.
That Burger King's the same way.
Yeah.
Jason, that was the KFC on Broadway in Minneapolis. that
Yeah.
we'd go to.
Oh, did they have the like
Yeah, it
like
was the door
bank
thing.
box?
Yep.
Wow.
That Jack in
Abby-
the Box by us. Was,
Abby had an experience
that was
in the worst McDonald's in America.
It was
Oh, it's a
bad.
bad
I went to
one.
the McDonald's to get a McGriddle, the one near here, and it was bad.
The one like
one on
Market
Market,
at the corner.
yeah.
And then it has two
Yeah.
floors, like
That
the
one.
downstairs area.
I literally, I ordered my food and then I had to wait for my food. I almost left and was like, "Fuck this food." That McDonald's is bad.
Yeah.
it's weird and it's a weird.
The Subway can be bad too.
Which one?
The Subway here that
Really?
we go to.
Oh,
Right
the
down
one,
the
the,
street?
one where I walked in and a guy was jacking off and coming as I entered the door. Yes.
You cannot be
That
serious.
happened?
Oh yes.
You saw him
like
come?
weeks ago.
He turned to see you, and what, I mean,
Yeah.
what are you? What are you gonna do?
I'd lose-
stick
I
around?
cannot-
Like what?
I don't even.
Sorry, I don't know if he had full
contemplate
release,
what I
but
just
he
heard.
made the noise of full release, and then he was chased out of the restaurant with a chair.
I just
Yeah.
wanted.
Like,
I like that
those
they waited.
types
I
of
like that
dudes
they
are
waited
always
for
in
him to
there.
finish.
Yeah.
That's just polite.
Well,
customer service.
Yeah.
They're artists. They know. They know.
Customer-
Yeah.
it does bring a new
Gross.
term.
Oh my god.
Now that's
A
a
new level to
$5
customer
footlong.
service.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
show me that zebra picture. I need a palate cleanser.
Let's just move on.
Okay, thanks.
Here, I'll look it up.
If we go to that subway again, I'll show you where he was sitting. So you can
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
cool.
soak it in.
Sticky
I
seat.
can
We
like,
should that's happened in
the
every
chair,
seat
like,
in
what-
that
no,
subway.
I'm gonna bring a black light just to check and see.
You definitely don't want to do that. Yeah.
That subway is it's a 24-hour subway.
It is.
Yeah.
I told you this email was dangerous. It came in from Julian. This email comes in from Doug. It was addressed to Jeff, Dan, and Alex, but Alex is not here. Was Tatanka underrated or overrated?
He was awesome.
I've always been in the pro Tatanka camp, and it's led to years of mockery, some deserved.
I love Tatanka, and I was genuinely heartbroken when he sold out to the $1 Million Man's Corporation.
Yeah.
Which I was really bummed out when I was working out here as my rich guy persona in wrestling. They were going to bring in Tatanka, and they wanted me to manage him.
Wait, the real
like
one?
real Tatanka. Like I was going to like buy his contract and manage him, and I thought that would be a great full circle because like I was like crying distraught when he sold out to the $1 Million Man because I hated DiBiase. Yeah.
I was a big Ted DiBiase fan.
Yeah, I was
He's
too.
in hindsight, he is maybe the best natural heel like damn near ever.
He was in that one arcade game.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one.
Yeah.
I think I know the one.
They had it at the Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I like Tatanka's minor but pivotal role in Natural Born Killers.
Oh, what?
He's on they're watching wrestling on television.
Okay.
I liked it when he was just in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania like 2 years ago randomly. I just looked in the
Oh,
ring. I was
that's
like, is
right,
that fucking Tatanka?
Did you get a chicken dinner?
I'm sorry?
Did you get a chicken dinner? He was
Oh,
in-
yeah, no, he's great. Yeah,
Is-
he's on Twitch.
Was Tatanka around the same time as the Natural Disasters?
Natural disasters were a
yeah.
few years earlier, but there
Okay.
might have been some overlap between Earthquake and Tatanka.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all
I feel like they
almost
might have been in
definitely.
that game that we're talking about also.
Yeah.
This is
made
before
that?
Earthquake turned into a guy that
You
wore a
know the
mask
one.
and loved
Yeah, I
South
think I
Park.
know the one.
It's
Like,
the one.
it's
It's the
not
one.
Battle.net.
No, it's not Saturday Night.
Oh,
it's
Slam
something.
Masters?
No, it's
Talking
not.
about WrestleFest?
WrestleFest.
It's not. Is it WrestleFest?
It was like had the real characters, right?
Yeah.
Like
You
it
mean
was
the
like
real-
rotoscoped.
No, I'm
That's
thinking
that's
something
WrestleMania, the
else.
arcade game.
The arcade game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel
That's
like
what I was
I
thinking
feel like
of.
the one I'm
With
thinking
Bam
about
Bam Bigelow,
was
who
made
could
by-
like shoot fireballs.
Oh yeah,
no,
that's
I'm thinking
the
about something
arcade game.
different.
Okay.
I think I'm.
That's not rotoscoped. That's just like green screen, by the way.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you're
okay.
talking about
They're
the one
not
from like
drawn?
95, 96.
I think the one I'm thinking about was made by Data East.
I think you're thinking
like
like
WWF.
Technos made it.
Okay, and it would have been WWF back then.
With
yeah,
the,
that was before my time.
Technos made WrestleFest and one other game
With the
around the
Road
same time.
Warriors, the like end boss.
I think this is it. WWF Superstars.
Yeah, there was
That's-
Superstars and WrestleFest are the two.
I think
Is
that's
that
the
where
one.
like DiBiase's the bad guy and he's got Andre
Yeah.
and like a
Yes.
suitcase of cash
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does is his suit purple?
Probably.
I mean, he usually
I
had
mean,
a
in the
black
footage.
Are the
black
sprites
suit.
very big?
Is that
Are
and
they
Mean
like-
Gene?
Yeah,
Is
the
that
sprites are huge.
Is that? I think that's the
yeah,
game.
that's the Technos game.
Okay, I want to see it. Is that
It's a YouTube thumbnail.
oh.
Gene was not mean at all.
Okay, sure.
He just wanted you to think that.
He's saying Tutti Frutti, and that was a pretty mean rendition.
Right.
Did you ever play a JoJo arcade game that was like
Yeah, yeah.
like
Like,
running
behind the
thing?
back. Like,
Oh,
was
so
it a
good.
trackball game?
Did they have the?
I think
yeah,
some
the
of
weird
them must have
trackball.
been,
Was it a
yeah.
trackball or was it a
It was
twist?
dial.
Well,
maybe
because
probably
it was
could've.
almost like Cabal style. Like you were
Yeah.
like kind of like going.
Right.
That was good.
Yeah.
Konami made that.
Yeah.
Back
Oh,
when
it
they
was
did-
trackball because like you were running and then you had the cursor that you were moving all around, right? It was a cursor on
Yeah,
screen
you
that
auto
you moved to
ran.
shoot. Yeah. I'm pretty
Yeah, yeah.
sure the trackball was the cursor on the screen because like
Remember the track?
it was almost like a like light gun style, like just shoot the stuff as it's
Yeah.
coming out of you. Man, I want to
I
check
thought
that
it was
out.
a stick.
It was
with-
not a great game.
I think I also kind of remember Stick 2, so like I want to check that out. Not a great game.
Not a great game.
What?
Yeah.
It had all my favorite J. Joe stuff in it.
Yeah, I know.
Rattlers.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
JoJo's.
JoJo's Bizarre J. Joe game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Quick Kick's stand?
To be continued.
Okay.
Nice.
Snake Eyes.
Oh, weird.
John from Brooklyn
What?
writes in with an email
This is
entitled.
brand confusion. I'm very
Yeah.
This email is called "I was an undercover cigarette buying miner."
All right.
Yeah, you narc.
Hey, Bombcast, back in the early aughts, I was recruited through the Fresno, California Police Department to become an undercover agent, and it was fascinating.
Thought you're from Brooklyn.
Did you get a badge?
They, no, he's undercover. He's
Fresno cops got enough time to be busting underage smokes. Like that's the
Not
that's
working
what
on the
they're-
meth
That's what
problem.
they're working on.
They paid you $5 for every store that you could bust.
Oh my god.
Wait,
I would
they
do that
could you
constantly.
bust?
Oh
Paid
my
per
god.
bust.
This
It's
sucks.
the-
Wow.
This sucks so much.
2 undercover cops would tail you in the store to quickly issue tickets and generally ensure your safety.
Right. I guess that. Yeah.
The California Department of Health brought me on again for a few hours one week, and working with them, they would fit you with an actual wire and have you
Nice.
hold
Oh,
a binder
yeah.
that had a camera inside.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
This is pretty good.
I would sign up for this right away.
Overall, it was a cop. Wait, what?
What? $5 a store?
That's like nothing.
And they're breaking the law?
For destroying these small businesses who just want to have teens have a good time, Dan.
You can't sell cigarettes to minors. They knew what they were doing.
I got a couple of Lucy's, maybe, just like
Overall, it was
Not
a
in
pretty.
Fresno.
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Overall, it was pretty uneventful, aside from one clerk who, upon realizing I was holding a camera, screamed at me to get out of his store and said I was banned. Thankfully, both agencies put you in shops that were outside of your neighborhood.
What year was this?
Early aughts.
Okay, I was gonna imagine like
15
in the
years
'90s, like a camera stuffed in a binder. At that
Right.
point, it's like a giant VHS camera, like painted like a
10-gallon
trapper
hat.
You
keeper.
can like hear the tape spinning.
Just got
Like,
like
oh,
a
hold on.
saddlebag. Just
Yeah,
like,
shuffling the
Rewind
room,
this.
please.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little louder, please?
Speak into my binder, please.
To be fair,
$5.
to be clear, I don't think that people should sell cigarettes to minors.
No.
And I don't think anyone should be smoking.
There are
But
consequences.
that said,
He's a fucking narc.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm on board. I'll do it now.
I don't think that would.
It doesn't work. I'll shave my beard.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay,
and I'll wear like a hat
yeah,
with a propeller on it.
You could wear glasses and nobody will recognize.
Yeah,
Dress
yeah.
up like Fred Durst.
I mean, Dan was literally trying to put a cop hat on before this podcast
was.
started,
That's the
so
way it was.
who's surprised?
Did it say how old he was when he was doing it?
No.
Like 17. I wonder if he's like right underage.
Yeah, but he would have to be. Yeah.
Get the most busts, you
Yeah.
know? Like you're right there.
I would like to have, like, if I were doing that, I would have the kids dress up like beat cops, like full on street uniform and all this, and then have them go in and try to buy cigarettes.
Pretty good.
Because that would just be fun for me to watch.
Here's an email from Joseph. Some time ago, I went to the Arecibo Observatory. This is where large parts of the movie Contact take place, as well as, this is for Dan, where GoldenEye ends.
Oh man, yeah.
During the week I spent there, I constantly kept seeing a Call of Duty Jeep in one of the parking lots. I don't think it belonged to one of the researchers. I was at the telescope proper at night and never saw it there then, but I was still surprised to see it there at all. My question is, what is the most out-of-place piece of video game memorabilia you have ever seen?
What's a Call of Duty Jeep?
They sold a Call of Duty edition Jeep.
Oh, like
Right.
painted-
It's a
Yeah.
Call of Duty edition,
Okay.
and then have like a logo on the spare tire cover on the back.
Also,
Okay.
also this,
Rich
is,
video gamers are bananas.
this
to
is
me.
also like the third email this year we've gotten about
Yeah.
people
Well,
seeing
so
the Jeep.
The
in
other
public.
thing is like the Jeeps. I don't think they cost that much more than regular ass Jeeps.
Yeah, but still,
I would-
like you're putting so much money into like a
Did they-
trendy.
I would
weird-
want it for a
God.
discount. This is
Did
like free
they- I
advertising.
know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Did they win them for a prize or?
They might have. They
what I
might
was
have
think
given
they
one away.
did a little bit of giveaway stuff, but they just straight up sold them.
Like I just would never.
I went
So
to
tacky.
I
I'd
went
drive a
to
Dota Jeep.
You would?
Yeah.
I went to Activision once and saw more than a couple of them in their parking lot. So
Well, that kind of makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sure they got some kind of discount.
Yeah,
I
would
bet
hope.
there's someone listening to this podcast in one of those Jeeps, just
Aw.
like crying a little bit.
Just revving
There was
the
one that
engine.
would park here. I would say in
Really?
the garage downstairs. I
Oh,
saw a Call of
no.
Duty
It's
a couple of
true.
times. Yeah.
Was it Pepsi that had the commercial with like a Harrier, where it's like, oh, you can
Yeah.
win so many different things, and then they got sued because it's like, no, you made it seem like we could win this Harrier.
Oh, with the kid in the Harrier. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that.
Contests are weirdly like legally complicated.
Yeah.
Except for HQ.
I don't think I've seen. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
anything.
much.
Like a lot of times
Tree
in New York,
Overlord. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's
good.
that's
Yeah.
like bootleg.
That's totally
Sex,
bootleg
drugs.
stuff.
it's not necessarily a video game, but a lot of times in New York, there's just like Lamborghinis that are just parked in front of a thing, and just like sometimes here they would be branded, but
Yeah.
like in New York, it's always just like, what motherfucker went inside this place? And then everybody's just like taking pictures of
I
it. Like,
know. I hate that.
Why?
why are they taking pictures of it?
Yeah.
Because
People-
usually it's like a Lamborghini parked on like a street in New York where you're just like, no, you would never park this here. And then so you're like, oh, okay, this must be like some famous person.
People just love
I remember
Cars.
I used to work around the corner from where that new
You don't see
Nike
those
store
anymore.
is by Union Square, like right over there. And they rolled out like 2 limited edition Nike Lamborghinis, and they were just parked right in front of our office. And they were like really, really nice cars, obviously. But they attracted such a big crowd of people around just taking selfies in front of the car that they had to get cops to come and like
Right.
just like usher people along. And they were there for hours.
Jeff, what do you think the status of the Hulk Hogan and Big Show monster trucks are right now? They're the ones with the giant arms and the muscles on them?
Yeah, those are probably in the archives.
Think they're up in
with the-
Stanford
with,
now
yeah,
or
with the big smackdown fist.
Oh, yeah. I know
Uh,
that's still there.
They're trekking up in heaven now.
Yeah. Along with the Goldberg monster truck, the NWO
Yep.
monster truck.
And all the different Austin things.
I mentioned this before, but I've seen Connects in like art displays,
Yeah.
like in like interactive art pieces and stuff like that,
yeah.
and that's always fun.
I like Connects a lot.
Connect may go down in history as like one of the greatest things for like programmers and artists, and like worst.
I thought you
I
were
like
talking
some
about
Talking about
Connect
that building
Connects,
thing?
Connects are good
K
too.
apostrophe.
Connects
yeah.
are very good.
Oh, and a bunch of
Connects
Ferris
and
wheels.
Capsella, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Capsella's back under a different name.
Really?
Yeah, they brought like it is weirdly pricey, but you can get Capsella again.
But they're not calling it Capsella?
No, someone bought it and changed the name of it, or I don't know what it was, but I keep flirting with the idea of getting it because fucking why wouldn't I?
We should have a
That sounds
stream where we
cool.
just like build with those
Yeah.
and Connects and
Yes.
Lego and
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
There's a question from Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Tony Hawk's American Wasteland added the freakout meter, which sucked, and is the point where the series got extremely lame and lost me entirely.
Uh-huh.
Are there any features or additions to a series that are identifiable to you as the point the series became intolerable?
When you couldn't get one-hit melee kills in Call of Duty anymore, when they made
Yeah,
it like a
that's-
thing that
Oh,
does
you can just, like,
damage,
That's
but
punch?
Okay.
And Twisted
Yeah.
Metal 3 when the cars would flip over onto the roofs all the time.
I don't think Geoms ruined Geometry Wars, but they made it a different game that I liked less.
yeah.
When they gave Mario a jetpack.
Nice.
Made it better.
SSX. I mean, this game had a lot of big changes, but they had that like weird hot cold oxygen stuff.
I hated that.
I
Which
I
one
played
was
through
that?
a lot of that game. It's
that
like
the-
the
that was the one
SSX
that's
for
the
the
new one,
360
like the reboot?
and like
It was going to be Deadly Descent, and
Okay,
they just
yeah,
renamed
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
This is just like a mechanic in a game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's got to be something in Assassin's Creed, but I'm not exactly sure what it was. It might have just been too many Assassin's Creeds.
Metal Gear 3, as good as it is, There's
camo.
a bunch of unnecessary, like the camo thing and the digging the bullets out and stuff.
Oh,
And it was just
whoa.
hard to, like, if you're on your stomach, to, like, look up and figure out, okay, I'm holding in first person and aim and these two. I mean, game's great, but mechanically.
They fixed that with that HD collection. They fixed that camera.
the
system.
camera's
at least
really,
the
it's
camera
a
stuff,
distance
yeah.
camera, yeah.
I always thought the Tetris spin forever thing, or like the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
They broke Tetris.
Yeah.
Well,
might say.
spinning forever is bad, but T-spins are good inherently as a concept.
Yeah.
Video games.
Making Sonic 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Making
Bad
Sonic.
move.
James from Bristol in the UK. Speaking of Metal Gear. Was Big Boss's Phantom cigar or e-cigar the first instance of vaping in a video game?
It can't be.
What was he huffing out of that thing? I don't know.
It's like time
How
juice.
long
Yeah.
was
Time
that?
juice,
Was
right.
I bet Watch Dogs had vaping.
This was pre-Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it
Was it?
pre-Vanquish?
It wasn't
Phantom
pre-Watch
Pain would have
Dogs.
been after the
Watch
first
Dogs
came out
Watch Dogs.
first,
Yeah.
I was thinking of MGS4 for some, but no, I guess that's not.
No, it's 5.
Yeah.
Did GTA 5 have any vaping? I could see some vapors.
Some, like, NPCs or whatever.
Or even like there was that guy who was very much like, I'm a tech dude and like here's my tech thing and like we're gonna hack
Yeah.
into this guy's phone and make it blow up in his
Yeah.
face.
I don't think he's vaping.
Is vaping the same as e-cigs?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
I
can't.
can't really think of it, no.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the lookout really.
There's an article from 2012 on vapelife.com called Vaping in Video Games.
Great.
Yeah. What did they go into?
Greetings, Vapor for Life fam.
Okay.
that's
Let's
boy.
All right,
skip
thanks.
ahead a little bit. Where's the list?
Thanks for that. Let's see. Alan in Chattanooga. I've been playing Mario Odyssey with my 3-year-old daughter, and she has some questions I was hoping you folks could help out with.
Mhm.
Definitely.
I
Let's do
have
it.
tried to transcribe these questions verbatim.
Finally, an audience that appreciates me.
Do Mario and his best friend Princess Peach have a mommy and daddy?
Mario does, and we have seen their ankles.
What?
In Yoshi's Island.
Yikes!
Oh, wow.
Because the stork drops off baby Mario at the front
Okay.
door,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a Muppet Baby situation, but it is, you see 2 sets of ankles.
Okay.
Considering they were all babies, I would say probably.
Is Princess Peach the same as Princess Toadstool, or
Yes.
are those different people?
Yes, they're the same.
So she
She started going by Peach in Mario 64.
So she was.
Got more
Wouldn't,
casual.
wouldn't you?
So she was birthed from a spore. Then, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder.
She's a
There's some
mushroom.
kind.
Do you make shoes?
Everybody in the mushroom kingdom is a mushroom.
Fair enough. All right.
That's not true at all.
What is Princess Peach's favorite food?
Cake.
Oh yeah, cake.
Cake.
Nice, good
Baking
answer.
cakes.
Yeah, I think that is. I think
Sure. Okay. What
That,
kind of
like
cake?
Delicious.
Strawberry cake.
White and
No,
strawberry
I
cake.
think this,
Yeah, white,
you
pink,
should use
strawberry
this
cake.
as a teaching opportunity to teach your child about the value of healthy food, and you should say like I don't know,
Apples.
fucking
Broccoli.
Apples is a good one.
Yeah,
It's cake.
apples.
It's-
Those
It's
apples.
cake.
It's the cake board for Mario Party.
Yoshi.
Mhm.
Are the mean rabbits going to come inside of our house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
there you go.
Lock your
Already
doors.
there.
So here's the thing: they will come into your house. They will disrupt your house. They will not harm you. They're just gonna change everything around you.
It depends. Do you
Like
have
your
a
parents.
Echo or an Alexa?
Ooh.
Because then unplug that. Otherwise, they're
Yeah,
coming inside.
definitely.
They're attracted to there's a high frequency.
They love it.
Lastly,
They're attracted to not taking naps and missing your bedtime.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the mind games you have to develop. Lastly, why does Bowser's ship fly in the sky?
It's got propellers.
Magic Fortress.
Okay.
It's a flying airship.
Air.
Yeah, his,
It's
like,
versatile.
That's really the only thing you have to call an airship, and then it flies.
he also has like,
Sid
those,
figured that out
Yeah,
15 Final Fantasies ago.
It's a guild secret.
he also has those weird like giant Cadillacs. He's had some of those, like the end of 3D World when he's like throwing the bombs off the back.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Okay. Sure.
If those are all the questions, you're doing a great job over there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Got an, well-informed child.
Yeah. Very savvy. Here's a couple of emails that we'll take at face value. They can't be confirmed, but they seem sincere. This person is in Seattle. I recently heard a rumor that Tencent is in talks to buy Valve. Mind you, it was through the grapevine, and that the same person claimed that Gabe is no longer interested in games and instead wants to fund research in artificially extending human lifespans.
Okay, I believe
So
that.
take this with a grain of salt.
Oh, I believe that.
I could buy that.
But I'm wondering.
He
oh,
wasn't at the International this year, Brad.
That's true. But I'm wondering if a company were to buy Valve, who would you want or think would try to, and what do you think they would do with Steam?
I think Tencent is a good pick.
I think so.
I don't know that would be good for anything, but
No.
but Tencent.
They're the ones
I guess-
behind
I guess-
Wii Game, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's them.
Of course, if you just own both competitors, then yeah.
Right.
Do
yeah.
they own Epic? Like a large
They're the
part
ones.
of Epic?
They're the ones that
they
own
invested
half
in
of
Epic,
right?
Discord. They put some funding into
Right.
Discord.
Right.
Riot.
Riot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna
that's
own
right.
us soon.
They are.
They already
yeah,
own us.
They're
CBS,
large.
Yeah, CBS should buy Valve.
Okay.
It's a fine company.
Sure.
Amazing products.
I think that there will come a time when the people that own Valve will punch out of that.
Yeah, like nothing lasts forever.
Yeah. You know,
Gabe's gonna get old at some point.
No, he won't.
Retire.
No, he won't.
Yeah.
He's looking into
No,
it.
he's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got. If I sharpen these knives sharp enough, I can live forever.
I can't think of anybody I would want to buy Steam because that sounds incredibly dangerous.
I mean, I don't know that I think that Valve is doing a fantastic job. So
No, but it
you
can
know.
always get worse.
Yeah.
Amazon. Who
Yeah,
owns
okay.
Who owns
No.
Amazon?
No.
Jeff Bezos.
Bezos,
No.
They own Twitch,
There you go.
so that'd be weird.
Yeah. Google.
Or would it be Synergy?
It would be synergy.
yeah. Who put the sin in synergy?
The devil.
There you go. Jeff Bezos.
All right.
Facebook buys Steam.
Here's another email that I'm
Yeah.
just going to assume is true because it's fun.
More true rumors.
Yeah.
Trumors.
Last week, you jokingly mentioned being forced to watch Randy pitch for doing magic for shift keys. I do stand up in Texas and had a fellow comic invite me to a show at, quote, some game developer's house. Sure enough, it was Randy's house. He has
Whose house?
He has a
Randy's house.
He has a full theater, and I mean staged theater with seating for around 80 people in his home,
Wow,
my.
that's a big theater.
complete with a green room. The talent consisted of an opera singer, my comic buddy, one of the voice actors singing, I guess a voice actor from
I love this.
Gearbox Games, a sword swallower, Randy doing magic, and headlining was the amazing Jonathan, the comic slash magician.
That guy?
That guy's still doing
it?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
After that, we hung around for a while.
So
which-
wear a headband?
I don't know.
I haven't thought of him in like 20
guarantee you
years.
He does.
Who
oh
is
my
that?
god.
He's this like
He's like-
comedian who would do magic tricks.
Rock and roll comedy musician.
Yeah, he had like
kind of
Wow.
sweaty.
Was it like his wife, his assistant, or something too?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he used to be like a duo act.
Why is magic not a thing anymore? I miss
don't know.
like
Randy
David
Pitchford's
Bowie
trying to
type
bring
of
it back.
shit.
Because the
I brought
internet,
it back during Extra Life. I don't know if
This
you
is
saw
true.
that.
the
I would
internet
back
ruined
that.
all magic tricks. 'cause you can just look it
can you
up.
just get into the Magic Castle now that you're a magician?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
you're
no, I'm
like-
part of it now.
Yeah,
I
you can
think-
go
I'm
in
pretty
there
sure-
and
I'm pretty
eat
sure-
dinner or
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure he gave away one of the tricks.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
not
Yeah,
allowed
then
to
you
go
are.
No, I didn't give away any tricks.
After the show, we hung around for a while, which involved Randy showing us and demoing Vive games he appreciated. Him making
True magic.
him making his son disappear in a magical teleporter box and reappear in a secret passage across the room.
I wonder if that's going to do anything to that kid's psyche. Dad makes me disappear all the time.
Especially when his special friends come over.
Showing off his son's room modeled after a submarine with a sealed airtight submarine door and more secret passages.
Wow.
Randy
This is
Pitcher
fucking
sounds fucking
rad.
rad.
Yeah.
All
Invite
said,
me.
all said, he and his family were absolutely delightful and
Yeah.
super accommodating. I did laugh that all of the PCs had Battleborn backgrounds, but didn't mention it, and ruin an altogether pretty incredible evening. As a side note, I've also been invited to the creator of Duke Nukem's house, which you'd be surprised to know was filled with crystal dolphins, at least 30 that I could count.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay, I'm not surprised about that.
I've been in Randy's car, and it does this thing that I didn't know cars could do, where we're on the highway, and it accelerates and brakes and everything just based on traffic conditions. Like, he doesn't do anything with his
yeah.
feet. He can steer and stuff, but it just, like, gets in the right lanes and goes forward and
I've
back.
been in a
and-
car like that once.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like self-driving.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's like
where
the
we're
Tesla
headed?
self-driving stuff is
assist,
kind of-
driving
yeah.
assist.
He also taught me how to ride his Segway.
Oh, rad.
It was very fun.
Randy Pitchford sounds like a pretty fun.
I've
like-
never done work with him. It's been great.
I put up a little video tour of his office like
Was there magic
eight
in it?
years ago.
I want to see.
He's got that museum. That,
Yeah,
like,
he's got
museum.
a mini museum of consoles like mounted.
Cool.
That stuff is awesome,
That's
yeah.
so cool.
It's like every console ever made or close to it,
Wow,
like
Yeah.
that's
mounted
rad.
It's super
on-
cool.
in a display. It's pretty cool.
I love the idea of having like a theater in your house
Yeah.
or like salons and like just like, hey, I got my friends together and like
Yeah.
we're gonna do a thing and like what is it this time? Randy? Oh, I do magic, but like you know she sings and like that's awesome. That's the thing I think.
I will say
is
it's
great.
It's good. Like at least he didn't headline the show, right? If, at some point, it's like,
Oh,
hey,
right.
come over to my house and see the
Oh,
show,
yeah.
and then
Well,
I'm
if
the
it's just-
headliner. Like
if
that
it's
would
just
be,
you.
Yeah, that would be.
But like I used to have friends that would do like salons, and they were awesome. Like it's a great way for people who are just like, I don't really have a venue for that. I don't want to play out,
Yeah.
but like let's get together and like sing a song or like show me your magic.
Yeah.
I think that stuff's fun.
I'm just really into the idea of having a house. That sounds
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Or like
you,
I
can turn
have
the,
the-
you can turn the subwoofers up. real
Oh.
loud. Yeah,
Oh, man.
it's pretty
put
good.
submarine doors in there. Apparently, like what? That's a little scary, just because like I imagine that at some point, like when I was a kid, I would lock my door. My dad would get super pissed and then just kick the door down.
It's airtight.
But, like-
you don't know what he's doing in there.
Or like if you just close a submarine door, like that's it. Like you're not doing anything else in there. I guess if you have a bunch of secret passages, like your dad just pops out of a painting on the wall.
out of a cloud of smoke because he's also a
Didn't
magician.
know about this one, did ya?
Want to see a magic trick? You're disappearing to your room because you're grounded.
Time to make your weed disappear.
That was good. Some good visual.
Yeah, thanks.
I played through what remains of Edith Finch over the weekend, and we talked about it a bunch in the Game of the Year stuff. But
Yeah.
the one thing I didn't mention is how cool all the weird secret passages
Sure.
in that
Oh,
game.
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
This
It's
weird,
very
this,
cool.
the weird askew house with like things that just open up into.
So I would
It's
love
fun.
to put secret
That stuff's
passages
fun.
in my house, but then I
Yeah.
realized how much more house you have to have
Oh,
secret
yeah.
You have to have like a
Uh,
false house
yes.
at that point.
That's why the house in Edith Finch was so interesting. You see the entirety of the house
From
before
the
you go in.
outside?
It's just like pieces on top of
Yeah.
another. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really.
You need like a House of Leaves house.
What's that?
The House of Leaves is like a book about a house that's way bigger than it is on the outside.
Yeah,
Something,
TARDIS.
something about that house doesn't look structurally sound. Though. I don't
Right.
know if
The
that's-
Edith one, yeah.
Yeah.
You need like 30% more house because like you have to have false walls and like
Yeah.
and it's just like I can't.
I'd rather
I need
just
the
have
real
big, I'd
estate.
rather just have bigger rooms.
Yeah, yeah. It's a shame.
Speaking of house within a house, I carried this. This is the last email, but maybe it's not. I carried it over from last week, and now that we're here, I feel once again it feels like a bad idea. This is from Christopher, who wrote in with a list of all of our games of the year, asking us to select a game of the year.
Okay.
What?
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if I have it in me.
I think we should just go around and all say what ours would be. Like I
Okay.
feel like that's
Wait,
easier.
I don't think.
So it's basically the best out of 10, right?
It's
Or nine.
Are we
yeah.
just saying our game of the year?
No.
No. It's every
our
game of the year
previous
we've ever
games of the year.
selected.
Our favorite from the previous 9 games.
Which of our
Oh.
games of the year is the best?
This
Okay.
one.
I would like to hear them.
Oh boy, and this is weird.
Yeah, I'd
'cause,
like to hear them too.
The site is old enough now that some of these games just haven't aged super amazingly.
I think I have
I vote
one.
for Mass Effect 2.
I have one in mind. Yeah.
He also
one
he
too.
also included his list of runner-ups, but or
just
our
the
list of
winners.
runner-ups. I'm sorry.
Let's just hear the winners.
Grand Theft Auto 4, Uncharted 2, Mass Effect 2, Skyrim, XCOM, Last of Us, Shadow of Mordor, Mario Maker, and Hitman.
Mario Maker.
Mario Maker.
Mass Effect 2.
Wow.
Mass
Last
Effect
of
2.
Us.
Last of Us.
I'm in for Last of Us.
Brad, there's 2 on 2 on 2. What's
I
the?
don't know.
I don't know, GM, what do you think?
He's
I said
Last
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I kind of don't care. I don't know.
Just
I
pick
don't- I don't-
one.
Remember when Mass
Would you
Effect was
pick
good?
Last of
Last of
Us.
Us?
I almost said Skyrim, but
Skyrim.
Skyrim's good.
Skyrim?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
You'd
good.
play-
That's
you'd
good. That's
play
a good
it-
spread. I
I would
like
play
that.
Skyrim today.
It's good.
That's
today.
true.
I played Skyrim last week.
Yeah. If I was going to play one of those
played
games
Mass Effect
now,
too.
I
it would
played
probably
Mario
be Skyrim.
Maker last week as well.
I'd play Mass Effect 2.
Those are all very good video games.
Yes.
Some of the runners-up are also pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, those are good
Wow.
games.
Was Link Between Worlds really the number 2 game?
Behind what?
That would have been
That was
2
definitely
years ago?
That was
Last
my
year?
number one
Would
that
have been
year.
behind Last of Us.
Okay.
Oh, Link Between
What
Worlds
was?
so
What else
good.
was there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, just one winner up.
All right. Thanks, Christopher, and everybody else who wrote in. Bombcast at Giant Bomb is the email address. Let's get out of this room.
Is it time for corrections?
I don't know. What you
No,
got?
we don't
No,
get, we
it's
don't
in
get
a
anything
couple-
wrong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Get out of this room and
Yeah,
go
way easier.
straight back into this room.
Oh, do we
I
want
want-
to?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing, we are changing up the schedule. Is that the camera here? No, it's stuck this one. We're changing up the schedule. We are going to do a live, this is a very novel idea, so I'm glad I came up with it, a live Q&A after this for the Beastcast where you can, how does it work? You just go on a computer, Ben?
Yeah, there'll be instructions in the chat room.
There'll be
You'll
instructions
see.
in the
if
chat
you've
room.
ever participated in the Aftermath
I don't know what that
Giant Bomb show, you know how it works.
That's some
We
math,
promise
it's a
an
math
alarm
show.
won't go off during it.
No,
We
don't
cannot
promise that.
promise
We
that.
cannot promise that.
Yeah.
We can probably promise one will go off. It's the fun alarm, and it's happening after this.
I
The
hit
Giant
snooze on that one?
Beastcast QA call-in show. We will not. It'll go up right after it is processed. So it is tune in to watch if you are a premium subscriber, but the free archive will go up right after. Audio only.
Bring fun
Everyone,
questions.
Bring fun questions.
Yeah.
And this will take the place of this week's Beastcast since we
got shit to do.
will talk about why during the Beastcast.
Yeah.
Please look forward to that.
Please look forward to that.
Yes.
Please.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.